Jesus Christ, God damn. A lot of tweaking tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, boy, switching this shit over, you know, technology is a motherfucker. You could watch all the damn tutorials that you want. And no matter what you do, it shit could just become a little extra, goddamn. Appreciate everybody joining in. This is kind of like a test show because I got a lot going on, and you know when you trying to work the magic, it's just a whole different level. It changes everything around, and the level changes, and things change, and you know we work it out. We work it out, guys. Salute to everybody, man. I'm glad you guys could join me this evening. I appreciate it. It's an honor. It's an honor to be, you know, I'm using a different camera tonight. As you can see, you should see a little bit of difference, but the tweak mode is no joke, you know. Learning things that you just didn't know makes you smarter. Is that a bar? Is that a bar? Learning things that you didn't know makes you smarter. And it does, because it gives you this mode of getting better. You know, as we all know, we try to get shout out to Michael Matro, goddamn, salute to you, brother. You know, we're always trying something new, so why not try it with everybody else? I mean, we'll get shit, and if it ain't fun if the homies can't have none. That's why. Why did I have that closed? That's crazy. I just really like had something done. I'm like, why did I even do that? So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, well, you know, welcome to a nice evening. It's a pretty quiet evening, and I think you'll be able to learn right now. I mean, gentlemen, you better fucking get your little jerk off on tonight. I tell you, man, that damn black bastard is something else, man. You know, you gotta have fun with all this, though. You have to have fun, but you know, you have to learn in the same time as well. I mean, it's important to learn. You know, listen, you're not here for no reason. You're here to learn. So if we could all learn something, we can put things together. And let me give a disclaimer: if you're a shithole, we ask you to leave, please. If you're a shithole, we ask you to leave politely. You know, we don't want you here. You know, we just want you to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality. And ladies and gentlemen, shout out to DJ Chocolate Plus. I appreciate you. Listen, you have the what you call this for a reason. You have the wrenches for a reason. This is not just having fun. Like when you see that, if you spot them, just kick them out. That's all. It's fun. You're gonna actually enjoy it. So there's a lot of great things for this when you have this ability. You know, just kick him. Don't ask him to leave. Just kick him the fuck out. That's it. He's used to it. You know, one thing about a loser's used to losing. Seriously, think about it. Anybody that you know that's a loser, aren't they used to it? They just used to it. They just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm already know I'm gonna goddamn use. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm drinking this coconut water. A lot of you niggas need to get up on this shit. I know you can't even fuck your woman anymore. So before I start, right, and it's so funny how I talked about this earlier, but if you know that there's a difference right now, I'm in 4K and, you know, I'm on real time. So as I move, it's like no drag, there's no lagging. So I upgraded, and if you know by now what I upgraded from it to, then you don't have to ask. But I did upgrade. And salute to my goddamn peoples, man. So I appreciate y'all so much supporting the videos. You guys are sharing the videos. You guys are viewing the videos. You guys are sharing. Y'all didn't do this on my old channel. So this is great. I appreciate it. But then they may say too, like, you know, Nate, but we didn't know you from your last channel. And if we did know you, we didn't know necessarily. And I'm like, well, I've been saying the same shit, you know? And it's funny because, you know, you want people to come into this zone and enjoy, you know, there's a, I can't share the goal, but there's a great thing that's gonna come out of this at the end of it. It's just gonna be amazing. And I think people are just gonna enjoy what's about to come. We have so much to offer, and you know what? You know, it's just gonna be one big jamboree. People are gonna meet everybody, and love is coming back. God damn. Love is coming back. But today was crazy, you know. It rained a lot, and you know, I'm in the studio here and I'm tweaking things. And you know, when you are here, it sucks because you have so many different things you have to. You got a family, you know. You have your daughter and you have your wife and you have your mom. You got family, and everybody has things that we all have to do, you know. And when you're here and you're learning technical things, it can get a little frustrating. But it's a great thing is when you can learn, because the one thing. Thank you. You notice you notice it, right? But I'm learning. I'm still in the midst of it because I'm still learning. Because, you know, when you're used to something, you get comfortable. You look, I literally had this camera here for probably a year. I mean, I think I bought this thing about a year, maybe a year and a half. You know, that's what you term. But I have these things, and you know, one thing that I've learned, and my mother always said this, and it's so incredible, you know, hold on to what you have. And I thought that's just so inspiring because it just coincides with everything that goes on in life, because, you know, we want more, and the disease of wanting more. And sometimes we just don't realize how good we have it. We have a hard time of just realizing that, right? We have a hard time of just realizing how good we have it. And, you know, sometimes, you know, at what point do you say to yourself, you know, things are good, you know? And not to everybody, but to yourself. You know, that's important to say to you. It's important just to go in the bathroom and look at yourself and say, you know what? Things are going pretty damn good. Yeah. You know, as you're walking into your house and wherever you live, and you're walking, you're like, wow, thank God for walking. Thank God for having my steps, you know, being able to walk and take steps. And to take steps, that's a main thing. If you can take steps in life, you know, think about that. Like, just to know that you can take steps, baby steps. Because, you know, when you see a baby, you ever see when a baby first starts walking? The most amazing experience ever. Not only for the baby, I mean, not only for you, but the baby. So, because they're walking into the steps of life. So to see steps, and then you take that for granted, because just imagine, like, you have a little counter, and you see how many steps you took for the day. So just imagine, like, how much steps you take to either good or the goddamn bad, right? Shout out to JR Meadow. So it is a real blessing to step. And as you step, you start to realize, wow, you know, you want to hold on to that. You know, you want to hold on to walking for as long as possible, you know, because you may not be fortunate when you, God forbid, have an injury, or when you get older. You don't know. So you maintain these things, right? Thank you, a comment. Thank you. Make sure that you got your blue. You know, you have to be able to embrace what you have, because if you don't embrace what you have, you're never going to be happy. You're just never going to be happy. You're always going to have the disease of wanting more and more and more, and you're never going to be happy. And I feel that there are adults walking around, and they don't have this logic. They just are not taught things that we should have learned, that you should have learned a lot earlier. You may not learn because you may not really know. And part of knowing things is knowing what you need to do, what you can achieve and what you can bring out and what you could, you know what I mean? What you could add on. And adding on to somebody is just amazing. Adding on to yourself is amazing. So I love that. And I think the thing that we have to realize before I get into anything here is hold on to what you have, Don't, you'd be surprised at being able to get up and out of a chair and being able to write, being able to close a door when you come home. And you probably come home and be aggravated. Somebody left the dishes in the fucking sink, But you have to shout out to Reggie 125. What up, big bro? You have to be able to embrace that. Because, when I walk out of here, be thankful to walk up the stairs, be thankful to walk to my truck, be thankful to drive, be thankful to see, be able to think I have vision, smell, no pain, all of these different things. And we take that for granted. And that will put you in a mode of happiness if you just got to constantly keep doing that. So I've learned that manifestation. I manifested that with my own. I really do. Because when I meditate, I just take heed to things that, wow, this journey, like look at the sky. It's been the same color since I was a baby, you know what I mean? Some days it's gray, some days it's blue, but it's still the sky. The water has been there, the river has been there. So you take heed of all that, you start looking at life a little different. And you start looking at your body, your mind, your soul. You start looking at that all different because that is your temple. All these things are your temple. These are the things that you take in. So this is for men and women. Like, you take all that in with the things that you eat, the things that you do, the stress that you take along, the happiness that you take along. So you have to hold on to what you have. So, the moral of the story is just looking around the studio and looking at the things and say, wow, God has given me the ability to accomplish these things and being able to receive it and purchase it. And sometimes things have sat here without a purpose because I just bought it and, just neglected it, right? But no more seeking anymore. Right? You got to get food, you got to replenish food, you got to replenish your water. But the things that you have, now you have to look at it. Can I just hold on to this for a lifetime? And if it fails out, I'll get something else to replace it. And this was a lot because I started getting used to being used to. You see things around you and you just get used to it. And we all do that. And these are the reasons sometimes where we pick up bad habits, There's a lot of people that have habits that they're not used to accomplishing things. They're not used to achieving goals. They're just not used to making things work. Salute to VN. What up, baby? That is something that can really deteriorate a man as well. A man, ladies and gentlemen, when a man cannot achieve his goals, he doesn't feel like a man. When a man cannot live his life to achieve, and he could work hard towards it, which is great because he doesn't give up. But to not achieve it because he didn't try is a terrible feeling. Now he can't walk. And when he had the chance to walk, he didn't take heed to that. And it's sort of like the same situation that we deal with as people when we intertwine with each other. Men don't even know what to talk about anymore. They don't know how to ask you a question. They don't know what to talk about. They don't know what to say. They don't know if they may offend you. Then they ask you what position you like. So a lot of men just don't know what to do. And we want to share this because there's this things now that's just showing you, well, when you get a certain age, you should know certain things. And if you don't know them, you should seek it and try to learn so you don't put yourself in an embarrassing position. You may even have the position of having it right there. You can't do nothing with it because you wasn't taught. And if somebody told you, they probably told you wrong. And that's a lot of things that brothers tend to do because brothers have a hard time seeking love and help because we all need a hug. But the one thing that a lot of men just can't do is have a conversation. They don't know what to talk about. You know, you can see that with your peers. What do they talk about? What is the interest? What are we gonna sit here and discuss today? A nigga may not know what to discuss because he don't know what to talk about to himself. He may have things that he may want to talk about and he don't trust you. You may throw it in his face. And ladies, I tell you, that's one goddamn you damn thing do. You know, I've learned women throwing things in each other's face not from a man. I learned it from women. And this is a bad trait that tends to be with a lot of women, that your emotions causes you to throw something in somebody's face because you want to hurt them. And that's your weapon. It's like a racist person that really wants to hurt a black person. He calls her a nigger. They know they're going to flip, but it's the weapon. That's the wrong weapon to use. You got to use your brain. And the one thing you should never do is throw nothing in anybody's face. That's what you call a low fucking blow. That's why niggas hold shit back, because they see how y'all treat each other. I know niggas ain't shit in a lot of ways, but goddamn ladies, y'all are catty. Y'all say some real fucked up things. That's why your mother, that's why your son's dirty. That's why, I mean, what you expect is gonna come out of that? It's like you wanna die. Why would you say something to somebody and they know they could put a bullet in your fucking face? Literally. Why would you want to hurt somebody and throw something in somebody's face? You would have been better off smacking the shit out of them. So now what ends up happening, you attract that because now that shithole that you deal with, he gonna throw it up in your face. He gonna act like a bitch. He gonna do what you do because he's seen you do it. He's seen you try to hurt people, so when he breaks up with you, yeah, bitch, that's why your girlfriends don't fuck with you no more. That's why they don't fuck with you. That's why you ain't shit. That's why your fucking daddy, that's why your daddy ain't your real daddy. That's why your mother's a bitch. That's why your mother left you. That's why she fucking started smoking crack and left you. A nigga will go there because he's seen that you went there. And not you per se, but a woman. Because you go there. And that's one dirty thing you don't ever want to do, is be like that. You got to know to use your fucking brain and said, you know what, fuck that bitch. You better off just telling somebody that, because it's easy to apologize on that. I'm sorry for calling you a bitch, I was wrong. But when you degrade somebody with mistrust, they'll never fuck with you ever again. You know, I had my friend, right? And this is kind of sad because then there's like a thing of you don't know what to say to a person. And this is a good conversation, right? So, like a man should administer to a woman. So it's like you don't know what to say to a person, but you should, as a human being, you should be able to talk to your friends. You should be able to talk to your homeboy. You should be able to talk to your wife. You should be able to talk to your mother. You should be able to talk to anybody. You know, sometimes it's best to say, fuck you, you know? Or just walk away, fucking slam a door. Learn how to bite your tongue. At least when you bite it, you know, oh shit, this shit hurt. You know, hold back on that. Because that's just the thing that's just going to keep disconnecting us, and nobody going to be able to connect with each other. I had a friend of mine, right? He did some dirt. You know, he did some dirt behind his wife's back, okay? His boy happened to be his wife's homeboy. Now, this gets a little funny because his friend, his main man, happened to be his wife's homeboy. So you know when that nigga started doing dirt, you know what happened, right? The fucking homie went and told his goddamn wife. He went and told his wife. So he went and told his wife everything. Like, you know, this is what this nigga's doing. He fucking this one, he fucking that one. And you know, I told my man, I'm like, yo, you don't speak to so-and-so no more. He like, nah, salute to Salam. Salute to Salam, salute to Salam, salute to DJ Woo, salute to Ebony Princess, salute to Mega Yummy. So I'm like, yo, you know, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? He like, nah, man, I could never fuck with that nigga. That nigga went and told my wife. But then I said, well, why'd you tell him? Why? You understand? You of it like this. If you didn't tell anybody and your wife caught you, she still took you back. But now she doesn't trust you. So your boy went and told, and now you don't trust him. Well, nigga, do you trust yourself? Listen, this is what I look at it like. If that was me and I went and told my nigga and that happened to be her homeboy first and me just got close throughout the years and he went and told her, shame on me. I should have did my dirt all by my lonely. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. No matter what, you still got caught. Let's just stick with that. Whether he told or not, you was going to get caught anyway. It was bound to happen. And now you got a shit stain on your marriage. The worst thing you could do is have a shit stain on your fucking marriage. And these are the things that a lot of men don't understand. Like we use this feminine energy within fellas, and it's like, my nigga, I just won't fuck with you like that. Like at the end of the day, that he should have never known you was moving around like that. You should never trust the situation. Listen. If you went and killed somebody, God forbid, you don't go tell somebody that you did that. Because now, whether they get drunk, whether they sleepwalking, they know. So now you got to think about it. Let me take some accountability that I did tell the nigga. Forget the fact that I was doing dirt. That was wrong. I told him on top of me doing dirt. So now you did two things. Because you ain't going to stop the dirt, nigga. We all know that, right? It ain't like you going to stop. But now you and your man ain't ever speaking again. And now you got to think about, what do you talk to a person about? And that's really the question of the day. And this is why so many people are bitter. People that don't trust and have mistrust for people, because people don't even know what to talk to people about anymore. You know, a man, he meets a woman. He goes on YouTube, he tries to learn some game. And he tries to learn some game, and they didn't teach him how to have a conversation, how to sit with a woman and actually know how to kick it. You know, tell me what your interests are, who you be with, things that make you smile, what number to dial. You understand what I'm saying? You know, if you look at all of old school hip hop, old school R&B, everything was about kicking it, rapping. Rapping was rapping before it was rapping. You know, if you listen to any of these songs, the Isley Brothers, any of these old groups, you know, Michael Jackson, anything, these niggas was macking all in their music. So dudes have lost the art of macking. And when you lose the art of macking, it's the same frustration you have that you don't trust anybody. You ever look at a person that doesn't trust anybody? They don't want to deal with nobody. They just bitter. I don't fuck with nobody. I'm just done. I'm going to stay to my goddamn self. You got to look at it. You're very welcome, A comment. You got to look at it like we're all bitter to a degree. Some of us don't fuck with certain family members. Some of us don't fuck with certain friends. Niggas ain't call me for my birthday. This one acted funny. Ever since I got this one got that. But then you got to look at it and say, well, isn't that to a degree a guide? Like when my boy got caught out there, shouldn't he have said, you know what? Was it worth cheating on my wife? Was it worth telling her homeboy that I was doing it? But now he's got to live with that anger of not fucking with the nigga. So now that ends up happening where it brings it to a woman. A man meets a woman, what's he going to talk about? How's he going to stimulate her if you're better? You can't stimulate a woman if you're better. They tell you the game get you the pussy. They lied to you. You have to have a Mac, and your Mac is your rap. If you can't rap to a woman, how you going to stimulate her brain? See, a woman works a little different than a man because we're visual. Women are not. Men are visual creatures. We could see a motherfucker that goddamn, she could be the dirtiest bitch in the world. Goddamn, look how pretty she is. We may not even believe she's that goddamn dirty. We may not even realize that. We may look at her and just say, I would hit that. First, how many times y'all did it, fellas? You look at a total stranger and say, I'll put my whole face in her ass. Right? Okay? That's just a man thing. You want women to be like that. You want women to be like, damn, I just want to suck his dick. Now, to a degree, some women think like that, but not the way we do. Because if you know it, we men. If we seen one woman today, if we seen 20 women, probably 19 of them, we want to put our face in all their asses. Women don't even see good looking men, nevertheless, to be saying, damn, I seen so many men today, I want to suck all they goddamn dicks. So there is an art. There's an art that men want women to be like them. They're like, damn, do they watch porn? Do they masturbate? Do they get horny? Do they call a nigga over? They want y'all to be as nasty as us. They want you to be like, they really, really want you to be like that. And it's hard for women to understand that because women are trying to figure out how we think and we want them to think like us. So they don't even know how we think. But the one thing that's missing is the mode of stimulation. Men don't even allow themselves to even introduce themselves to being stimulated, because how can a woman stimulate a man's mental? She don't even know how he thinks. Bars. How can she stimulate a man if she don't know how he thinks? How does a woman stimulate a man? All she got to do is listen to him. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm home. Goddamn, I ain't got nobody to talk to. Let me call so and so forth. And I'll call you and tell you about my whole goddamn day. And you are listening. You are listening. Matter of fact, let's not me, but let's go get something to eat. You want to get up? Yeah, fine, let's go. You want me to come pick you up? You know what I'm saying? Damn, she's wide awake. She's going to roll with me. I remember many years ago, man, I fell in love with this woman. It's kind of fucked up because it was my ex's damn sister-in-law, but goddamn. But I'm going to tell you the one thing that really did it for her. This is 2001. I will never forget this as long as I live. That was a terrible year. 9/11, I lost my uncle, you know what I mean? And my uncle passed away. And I remember I was coming from my comedy club. We was doing this big comedy show in Manhattan. And I told her, now mind you, I'm coming from Manhattan into Staten Island. She lives in Brooklyn. I said, there was a place called Perkins. It was this place, like this diner. And I said, meet me over there such and such time. She said, okay. I will never forget the day when I was coming off the highway. I was at the light. I seen her car make the left turn, turning in there. She just was rolling with a nigga. I tell you right now, that is the best shit a man could ever do. She was so attentive and such a beautiful person, man. And even though we were crossing a line, she was what my ex wasn't. She was, first of all, let's not even get to the sex part. Even me was stimulated by her because she stimulated me so much because she was such a sincere conversationist, and she was passionate, and she sincerely cared. You want to hear what happened to her? Guess what happened to her? She's in a Wendy Williams position now because she got tired. Whatever was going on in her life, she showed that love for everybody, and it wasn't given back. And that weighs down on you now. And she's not in a Wendy Williams position, but she's suffering a mental, disorder. So I've heard. She moved out of state. She moved to Florida, and she keeps moving. She done moved from the South. She moved to Florida. But I'll tell you right now, this genuinely was the most amazing person I've ever endured because she stimulated me mentally. So once we got down to the business, it was amazing. And I've learned this art from receiving it. One of my main things when I used to meet women, we used to be on the phone for a long time. 2, 3, 4 hours for 6 in the morning. Remember those times when you was on a phone call and the time just keeps going fast? Next thing you know, the fucking birds are singing. And then they pay for it the next day and then y'all go at it again. Like, you just can't stop talking because all you're doing is stimulating each other's mentals. And once you stimulate a human being's mentals, I'm going to tell you something right now. Most men cannot even identify with this, but a woman can. When you stimulate a woman's mind, that's the difference. A species of a female. When you stimulate a woman's mind, her body will fall. You know, there was a famous line in one of these pimp movies, and he said, you can't do it to a woman's body. You got to do it to her mind. That's how they work. A woman works like that. So you got to think about it. It's not even your game at that point. Because your game is what you got to use for your wife. My man's game wasn't on point when he went and told his wife's ex-homeboy, which happened to be his friend, right? But if he had his rap together, my rap was talking. Being able to listen to their job situations, turn that conversation into something else. Being able to talk and having great conversation. Remember, social media came in and fucking destroyed that. Because you can't stimulate a woman's mind through a text. You just can't do it. That's not human interaction. That's all computerized, fake AI. You have to be able to have that stimulation. That mental stimulation is everything. And a lot of women ain't receiving that. So as a result of not receiving that, it creates a motive bitter. If a man can't display that, it creates a motive bitter. If you've been expressing and being loving to everybody else for all their lives, you're going to get a motive bitter. And that's why everybody's moody now. If you live in New York, we're all fucked up over here. We don't trust nobody, and we need to talk to somebody. We don't trust nobody, but we need to talk to somebody. We need to have a conversation. We need to interact with each other. We need to get these things. Now, the body has needs. The body doesn't have a touch anymore. The body doesn't have a hug. The body doesn't have a mode of warmth from another piece of skin. And all you do is work, deal with your children, do chores in the house, run around. That's the beginning of the month, pay bills, do this. But at the end of the day, the body, that's doing nothing to the body and soul. It's actually quite ruining it. Because you need that human interaction. As a woman, all niggas just want is pussy, so they can't even fucking have a conversation with you. And you can't have a conversation with a man because you're still trying to figure a nigga out. You're still trying to figure him out. Women are still trying to figure it out. You know, you could know an ex-girlfriend from 20, 30 years ago and still know her today. For better or for worse. So if she's improved, she knows you know her. If she got bad, she knows you know her. Because you know her points. See, the mode of that mental stimulation is something that a lot of men haven't been taught because their whole mentality is get the pussy. Let's just go for it. You know, try to get her nice. Try to pop a motherfucking pill in her drink. Get her drunk. Eat a pussy. Do you understand when you can stimulate a woman and once you put your tongue in her mouth after y'all kissing, do you understand? She probably done came 10 times already. Men don't think like that. Because if a nigga, this is why men don't think like this. If a nigga comes, then it's game over. If a man's coming from kissing you, that's not good. It's not bad, but it's not good for him. If you come in and getting wet, it's great for you. There's some man that's so good with they shit, he don't got to put his hand on her. She like, God damn, this motherfucker's doing something to me. He's fucking amazing. What did he do? We haven't even went on a date yet. How many times y'all seen people on these shows, 90 Day Fiance? They haven't seen the nigga. They never met the motherfucker in person. Catfish. The woman's in love. She come from all over the state. I had a customer today. Real shit. So they wanted to do a ULO. ULO means you load to yourself, so it's a little more inexpensive. So I was like, all right, cool. She happened to be not far from me, whatever. She found me through Google listing. I went down there. So she pulled up and I seen a man. I said, oh boy, a little boy. You know how I feel about boyfriends, right? Nice looking girl. I'm gonna share her story because she may not say it because I don't really know her like that. And she gets in the truck, so we open the side of the truck, she's bringing stuff, hey, how you doing, nice to meet you. And then I see like this Asian black looking dude helping her. So, they were kind of like earthy, little village looking people and shit, but the girl was nice looking. So she was like, is it okay I could bring my cats? We'll sit in the back. And I'm like, yeah, bring your she got 2 cats. I said, no big deal. I'm allergic to cats, but fuck it, she ain't going that far. So she gets in the truck and I noticed the guy wasn't in there, and then she was like, ooh, thank God I'm done with him. I said, what happened? She said, well, that was my ex-boyfriend, and I moved here from Texas 4 months ago. I said, get out of here. I said, I moved in with him, and he asked me to move out. True story. I said, get out of here. She's like, yes, he asked me to move out. So I said, what happened? So he was just condescending, and he was this, he was that, and she literally said she met him. Now, obviously, this was online, and he came to Texas, picked her up, and he moved her back to New York, and it was fucking pure hell. So I said, at what point do you know that you live with somebody and you just don't get along? Nice looking girl, right? She says, this could have been some taxi cab confection type shit. The way I had her in my van. So she was like, there was a time where he just was not listening and I just stopped talking. She said she stopped talking to him for a whole month, just in the house. And now that she has her own place, she moved and she doesn't want him to know where she lives. I was like, wow, so there's no future. No, and I said, well, you're a woman, you're going to work that out, which is true. That's a trait that women usually work out for the most part, unless they step back because, women are a lot stronger than us. So she said, life is just crazy, but the great thing about it, I moved here also because my father lives in the Bronx and she could be closer. But the sad part about it was, how the fuck did you end up here? Like, what did this man stimulate you to even give you a mode of promise to actually come move away nearly 1,400 miles away from home? And, I felt a little sad for her because it was like, wow, you know what I mean? Here we go, another one bites the dust, you know what I'm saying? Now, I know men will be like, well, this is what I talk. Well, see, you can't listen to the loser that's complaining because he has the same problem. He can't stimulate anybody. Just for the fact of me knowing myself to know, first and foremost, I would never want to bring somebody here and I can't back it up. You understand? But if you stimulate somebody enough, they may want to be like, nigga, I want to move the fuck to New York just to be close to you. And that's why women are so deep into things and men just listen to men. And you have to listen to the right man about woman. You can't listen to the wrong man about woman. You got to be able to listen to a woman and say, you take one point and see what she needed. Clearly, she was neglected. So that's definitely a big situation. So that stimulation is going to be a lot of work now because she's going through a process. She's going through a little negative, a little bad, little time. The man clearly didn't know what he was doing because it's only 4 months since she was gone. Shout out to Kiwi. Shout out to Salam. So you see that situation, which is far too common, right? And then you have to say to yourself, well, could you have did any better? If more men could just show the motive, just take away the motive trying to fuck her, right? Just take away, just take away the bed part, You want to stimulate a woman so much mentally that she'll want you. You don't even want her. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you don't want her, but she wants you. She's to the point where she's trying to set the tone. She's trying to set the mood because you know what? You just been, she can't take it anymore. Not because her shit is moving. It's just, I gotta be with him. He's fucking amazing. One of the coolest men I've ever met in my life. He makes me feel good. The way he listens to me, the way he's attentive to me. The things that he tells, the things that I receive. But niggas is so deep in trying to get game and try to cut through the show that it doesn't go like that. That's just imaginary. It has nothing to do with that. See, what happened is human interaction has took 2 plunges in the last 5 years, right? The first plunge was already going on since 2005, since MySpace. It was called social media, right? But the bad thing in the last 2 was COVID. And then after COVID, it was the elections. These are the 2 things that have separated us. You can't talk to people. Racial equality is down. We have racism at high. People ain't making love no more. Nobody's being loved. Everybody cutting everybody off. Nobody knows how to dissect shit no more because they don't even want to talk to a person because they don't trust them. So everybody's all fucked up because nobody's mind is being stimulated. And when you don't stimulate that mind, it goes dead. That's it. Once the brain goes dead, it goes dead. Because in order for a brain to keep moving, it has to be stimulated. And with the art of dealing with a woman, you have to stimulate her mind in order to stimulate her body. It goes together. You can't stimulate her body. You can't stimulate her mind. The body's worthless. That's what happens when these niggas sleep with prostitutes. He can't stimulate her mind. He think he is, oh, look how she's moaning and groaning and man, hitting it from the back. She couldn't even take it. Yeah, but there's no stimulation there. There's no stimulation. You're not giving her no stimulation except physical stimulation. That's it with the penis. That's just friction. Get it? Friction. There's just friction going on. There's no love there. You paid her, she has a job to do, and that's it. But you haven't stimulated her. Because if you stimulated her, you didn't have, number one, you wouldn't have to pay her. The only thing that's stimulating her is, this is what it's going to cost $100. And you agree to it and you have sex with her. And then that's why when you go home, you feel like shit. She feels even worse. Because she didn't fuck 10 niggas today. Yeah, she made 10,000. Maybe she made $1,000 damn dollars, but God, she had to fuck 10 niggas to do it. You're not even complete because you haven't stimulated her. You just paid for sex. You just paid for friction. So now you say to yourself, well, do I really know about a woman? I can't even please a woman. You can't stimulate a woman's mind. You can't please her. And the one woman that needs more stimulation than anything is a black woman because she's too goddamn passionate. You ever heard the terminology, if you can make it in New York, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere? It's the truth. You can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Well, the black woman is the same thing. You can stimulate a sister, you can stimulate anybody. Because a sister, her blackness shows that she needs that attention. She can only get it from one race of man. Unlike everybody else, she got to get it from a black man, whether it's her black father, her black uncle, her black homeboy, her black pastor, her black teacher, her gay black friend. She got to get it from a black man. And y'all niggas ain't stimulating now. You hating on her. You dragging her. The gay black man drags her now. The uncle trying to fuck her. The father ain't worth shit. So now she's all confused. Oh, I'm going to get to your question right now, Salome. So she's all confused, and that's what ends up happening. That creates dismay. So now she believes all these different things are going to work. That's why I stay to myself. That's why this month, that's why 2024 is going to be this. It don't matter. You can make your money at the end of the goddamn day, no stimulation. You know, last night we was on 42nd Street. So I had my wife and I had my daughter for me. Well, you know, when you go through 42nd Street, it gets real busy and it's amazing. And I see this woman driving this Lamborghini truck. And it was a sister, brown skinned, bad sister. And I'm seeing her in the truck. And you know, my daughter, I'm like, you know, I have my daughter, you know, I legally got her on my lap. I know I ain't shit, right? I know I ain't shit. It was just, you know, It was what it was. But anyway, I wanted to see in the truck who was driving it, and it was a sister driving it. And I said, the only difference is here, everybody's going to be afraid to give her a compliment because they see this expensive car she's driving. She got tinted windows. How the fuck do you talk to a person like that? Why would you tint the windows and have the window cracked down? I don't know. I think it was Remy Ma. That's who I think it was. I meant to tell you that. I think it was Remy Ma. We did say that because I remember that we seen something online and she had a wrapped up Lamborghini truck, but I think it was Remy Ma. Anyway, nobody knew how to address it. Now, it was a little inappropriate for me because my wife's in the car or whatever, but I still noticed, I said, how does a man talk to that? Average nigga gonna be scared. He don't feel he could do shit for her. And when I learned that, I looked around and said, wow, like even me, I had to be apprehensive about addressing this sister because now the mind starts to take over because you think of rejection. Now I got my daughter here, it's a little different. My daughter's a little cute little baby, so if she's looking out the window, she may not be giving a fuck because she's out there and everybody looking at the truck, but we don't even know who's in the truck. So again, this is the lack of interaction, apprehensive, fear, all these different things hit our minds. So I understand how it goes when we get into the field. So when we get into the field and you meeting people, how does a man, not to knock him, but he can't satisfy his own woman. He doesn't know nothing about the black woman except all the negative things. Oh yeah, Nate, that black bitch she was driving that, she probably thinks she better than you. No, she did have her window cracked open. Maybe she didn't want to be bothered. But you're gonna think of nothing but the negative, but you'd be surprised. That woman probably was the nicest woman in the world. She probably would have had a conversation. We would have double parked my Suburban next to her truck, kicking it, having a good old time. But again, human interaction has been destroyed through COVID. We just went through a thing where if you sneezed and touched somebody's hand, if you didn't wash your hands, you die. We just literally lost 1 million people from that, from a deadly disease. So now you have people that's still going through that trauma, people that lost people that just, we all have trauma from COVID because we all were living if we're here. And if we're not here, we're gone, right? So now we have the election, we see the divide and countries going crazy. Everybody's all fucked up. So now it creates this zone now where there's a different way of meeting a woman now. You can't just go up to a woman and be like, hey, how you doing, boo? What's your name? That's you can't do it like that no more. You got to be able to stop her and being able to engage into a conversation and stimulate her mind where she may let that train go and catch the next one. She stopped, that means she needs her mind to be stimulated. If she keeps walking, she doesn't need it to be stimulated because maybe she doesn't want to be bothered. But it all starts in the mind of any woman. A lot of women are going through trauma. You may try to apologize to people that you don't speak to anymore. Well, it's going to be a little tough on that, but then they may not want to be receiving to you because there's people that they're mad at that you don't even know. We all are dealing with that trauma one way or another, whether you lost somebody in COVID, whether you almost caught COVID, whether you caught COVID 3-4 times, you are receiving that trauma. It's affecting you. It's affecting all of us. So with a man, and this is the responsibility of a man, if a man cannot supremely, and I mean, that's my word, supremely, put out to a woman and stimulate her mind, and he can't do nothing to her body, he's worthless. There's no reason to do. What can he do for her? You know when they said, what have you done for me lately, or what could you bring to the table? I mean, that's all material. If there's a man out here confident, I'm like, what can I bring to the table? I'll change your whole life. And not in the form of financially. Nobody's ever going to make you as happy as a man like me. A man can't even stand on his tool like that no more because he doesn't even believe that. That's not a form of confidence. That would be confident. I am confident that there's no man that's going to make you as happy as me. She may want you, well, what you gonna do for me? What you gonna buy? Will you take me shopping? Nah, baby, ain't got nothing to do with that. Because now that we're living in this material world, she became a material girl. Bars, right? Now that we're living in a material world, she became a material girl. She's not even on it like that, but now she like, well, a nigga gotta do this and do that. That's not even her style. You just gotta hit her with a, yo, forget all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That shit you talking is bullshit, and you know it's bullshit. Just have a conversation and chill out. Take it easy. Calm down a little bit. Sit down and relax. A nigga ain't gonna bite. A nigga gonna chill out. And you know what? You bring that zone to that shit like, wow, that shit felt good. You know, he right. I was a little uptight. Because everybody telling me I'm tired of being nice. All these motherfuckers they lies and all this bullshit. And it's just true. And that's why we not connecting. You know it's bad when you seeing the internet. Because it's not just, it went in the real life, but the internet is bad with disconnect. This gender war, I mean, the war has been over many, 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 many months ago. For men, it's been over when Kevin Samuels died. It's over. The gender war is done. We have another black woman in the White House. Women live longer than men. Black men are dying in record numbers early, prematurely. Black men are committing suicide more than black women. It's over. And the internet's not doing any better. It's not making life any better. It's making it worse. Because people don't know how to have a conversation. You see your neighbor, you don't want to say good morning, how you doing? You want to dodge them and duck them. You're dodging this one, you don't fuck with that one. This call you put in the voicemail. I mean, enough is enough. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. This comes a time when you have to look at yourself and say, at what point are you happy? I'm happy about the things that I achieved. I'm happy the fact that I could walk. I'm happy that I'm healthy. I remember one of the greatest things that happened to me last week. My doctor called back and told me my blood tests were normal. And I remember me saying, I said, God, if you make sure everything goes right, because I've been doing everything I got to do, eating properly, doing everything I got to do, I'm going to love people better. I'm going to treat people better. Family and friends. And you know what ends up happening? You know what we do, right? Now we get the good news. We forget about what we promised. But he don't forget. Oh, no, he don't. Oh, you keep promising me things. Okay, you got to get punished for that. And I ain't trying to get punished. So I got no choice to do what I got to do. I got no choice. I got to do it. He blessed me. I got to do what I got to do. He gave me a blessing. If you don't use your blessing, he will punish you. So it's my duty to let individuals know this is what we have to do as people. I'm a talker. I love to stimulate everybody. All people, even if I'm rough with it, even if I do it in a comedic way. But if you could sit down with a woman and she sits there and doesn't even want to take a phone call, oh, you're a man. If you could stimulate a woman's mind, you're a man. That's what a man's supposed to do. That's your job. I know you want her to stimulate you. That's why you go get that white woman. You want to be stimulated. You want to be fucked. You want to be served. You want to be serviced. You want your nails done. You want your eyeline. You want to put a tattoo of a fucking hair on your hair because you're bald. I get it, because you're neglected. You haven't been taught to be a man. Because all those things you want is very feminine. And a non-black woman will take advantage of that because she knows you're very feminine. She's still incomplete because she needs a man. You're a man, but you're not manly. You're a man, but you're not manly. You have to stand behind your swole a little bit. It's not what you do for a living. You can't stimulate a woman for what you do for a living. I don't care if you sell drugs. I don't care if you're a scam. I don't care if you're a police officer, you drive a bus. That's not stimulating. That's stimulating to a foreign prostitute. That's stimulating to somebody that wants to dig some gold. But that's not stimulating to a woman. That's not even her nature to be stimulated by that. She can't be stimulated by your material. It's going to be incomplete. It's material. It's not going to do much. It's like chewing gum. You're teasing. If you ever be hungry and chew gum, the stomach needs to send the food down here. You're teasing me. It's not the real thing. Now, does she know she needs this? She doesn't know. Of course not, because she's trying to figure you out. She's still trying to figure out how come men are the way they are. How come people are the way they are? How could a person do me dirty and I showed love and respect and did whatever? Well, shit. Stimulate her. Show her the ropes. Why don't you teach her? Don't do it in a preacher way. Stimulate her, kick it, listen to it. Tell me about what's going on. Oh, word? Okay. Let's go get something to eat. Well, I got to get up early. I ain't none of that, man. Let's go get something. It's my treat. Say my treat. People love that. The most richest person loves to hear a treat. We all love a goddamn treat. We love a treat. Don't you love a treat? Don't you love when you treat? Don't you love when you like, you know what, I'm going to give me a piece of this goddamn cake. I've been working hard. I'm going to treat myself. We all need a treat. A treat is a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. But why don't you treat yourself to a woman? Why don't you sit there and kick it with a man and have a good old conversation? Why don't you call somebody and tell them, you know what? I'm sorry. I was wrong for something that I did. I stood you up yesterday. I was wrong for that. I want to make it up to you. What are you doing tonight? Why don't I treat you to some dessert? A little movie. Maybe, what can I send some Grubhub over there? It's my treat. Just shoot me your address. I'm going to send you something over there. That's it. It's all because she's like, wow, that was very nice. He appreciated that. You know how incredible it is. You know how many of us are walking around this world now that got at least 55 people that I wish they could all say sorry and they didn't. And we taking that shit on to the next day, to the next day, to the next day. There's not a human being that is suffering right now, that is not suffering. If they got a smartphone, they suffering. Well, I don't be on the internet like that. I don't be on Instagram. They don't have to be on Instagram. They don't have to have a motherfucking Instagram channel, page, whatever. They don't have to have none of that. They got a smartphone, so you already know what they know. You already know what they dealing with. You know when they know what's going on. They know. There's no motor stimulation. That's what's happening. No human interaction and no stimulation. So when a man has to sit there and say, yeah, I got to step my game up. Well, what? Your materialistic items? Maybe you want to dress a little more. Maybe you want to work on your hygiene. That's good too. But the only way you can stimulate a woman these days is how you wear your clothes. How you wear your clothes. How you smell. These are all the key factors into mental stimulation. Because most niggas don't smell good. Do you know what an aroma does to a human being? You ever smell garlic or a nice restaurant and you say, boy, I wish I could eat that. That's stimulating. So if a person smells good, and most of the time people don't, that's something maybe you could work on as well. A man that smells good and got good linen in his house, that's all good, but God, how's she going to get to your house? You got to stimulate her first. She may even tell you, damn, you know, when I first seen you, you was even my type, but goddamn, we've been talking for 5 fucking hours. I don't even want to go home. Imagine meeting somebody in Midtown and y'all just kicking. Next thing you know, it's 9 o'clock at night, it's 5 in the fucking morning. Y'all in the diner sitting there drinking coffee like, wow, I just met you. I can't even believe we're doing this. That's on the road to first love. You know how you fuck it up? Why don't we fuck tonight? Right? He fucked it all up. You had it. You fucked it all up. Time spent is the key. I don't care what. I don't look at him like that. Okay, well, you was with him for 8, 9 fucking hours in a diner. It's just a matter of time. Only thing is he can't be a typical man. He can't push up. Don't push up on her. You fuck it all up. Because all women know all men want pussy. Don't ask no positions. What's your freakiest thing you did? See, you fuck it all up with them stupid first grade questions. Well, not first grade questions. These kids are savages out here. Don't ask something stupid. You grown. You're a grown folk, right? Well, why don't you act like a goddamn adult? Shut your mouth. You stimulate and keep it pushing. You niggas don't smell good. Your hygiene's fucked up. You may have stinking socks. Maybe your feet smell. You don't know that. A stink feet could fucking destimulate somebody. Whoa, his feet stink. I could turn a motherfucker off. Now she was stimulated. Now she smelled your goddamn feet. You fucking killed the deal. Well, it's the same thing about trying to get that pussy hole. Chill out. Be an adult. Just chill. You ain't pressed. You ain't stressing it. And if you're confident enough that you know that your motherfucking delivery is good, it's gonna come. You know it is. You chill, you treat like class, all that shit, all that simping. Ain't no such thing as simping. That's just a nigga that's a failure. That's a loser word. Don't listen to that. Simping and high value men are two little gay fucking, those things are for gay niggas. High value men's for the homosexual community. Simping is a motherfucker that fucks niggas on the down low. So what are you saying? That means nothing. You can't deliver to a woman. You can't satisfy. You can't deliver to a woman. You could deliver food to the motherfucking customer, but you can't even deliver nothing to a woman. You got nothing to talk about. No delivery. No rap. You know how you work on that? Talking. You know how a woman works on that? Talking. We're going to have to get to the mode of trust in a conversation. Well, how do we know if he won't do this, that? Don't fuck him. You know when you're ready, the best time to be with a woman is when she want to be with you. The best time to be with a woman is when she want to be with you. The best time to be with a woman is when she want to be with you. So what you press for? Why you so eager? You're not in the 5th grade. Why you so eager? You grown. You a man. A man has class. A man wears his clothes accordingly. A man smells good. A man takes great baths and showers and scrubs his body. A man is patient. Patience is a virtue. That's all the methods of being classy. You ain't tripping. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't go in our bathroom acting like, well, let me go use the bathroom and try to push up. Nah, listen, you get home. I got to get home. I got to use the bathroom. You could come in the house. Nah, that's all right. Yeah, I'll call you when I get home. She'll be like, God damn, I would have probably let the nigga sleep in my fucking bed. Damn, I love that. I love it. God damn, the nigga just pulled off. You know that nigga Nate just dropped me off? Girl, we had a great time. What happened? This nigga had to use the fucking bathroom. Girl, the nigga went home. He probably went back to his goddamn wife. That was a joke. But it's true. You know what I mean? Let her think that. You are, yo, can I use your bathroom? Then you go to the bathroom and she go in there and change it. Now you try to come in the room like, damn, look at you in them panties. Damn, now you want to eat out. Yeah. A lot of these niggas will tell you, man, I'm going to get her open. Ask these old motherfuckers, what's the first thing a nigga do when he try to get a woman fucked up? Man, I'm going to eat her out. That's where we at right now. Niggas want to do lesbian activity to a woman. A man wants to do it like, he want to do it lesbian activity to a woman. I want to eat her out. Once I eat her out, she going to be going crazy. Wow, you had to eat her out? I had to do that. Matter of fact, I told her I don't even eat pussy. Man, a woman don't like, a woman respect me. She knows she dealt with a man. I don't gotta eat her pussy to stimulate her mind. You do. What's gonna last longer? Who got staying power? She gonna remember you 20 years, girl, that nigga used to eat my pussy like crazy in 1990. No, she gonna be like, God damn, I ain't meet a motherfucker like that since. It been 35, goddamn, I ain't meet a nigga like that since. That motherfucker, that nigga was the truth. Never met nobody like that before. Can she say that about you? No, because you up there putting your tongue in everybody's pussy, oh. That's disgusting. It's disgusting for her to have you do that. You could have herpes. You can't put a condom over your tongue. Yeah, I didn't fuck him, but I let him eat my pussy. You probably would have been better off fucking him. He could at least wore a condom. At least you would have had a better mode of preventing that. He just ate the disease. He done gave you the disease. It's just all wrong. It's all wrong. You got to bring that stimulation back. Everybody's lacking it, everybody. The angrier, the more they lacking it. The sadder, the more they lacking it. Just remember, Wendy Williams' mentals went down, not her body. Her mentals. Mentals is powerful. How many of y'all had family members that was brain dead? Think about that. That's why they tell you the mind is a terrible thing to waste. You got to gas up your car. You got to recharge that electric car, right? You got to work that body, right? Immobility, and they say immobility is death, right? If something is immobile, that's death. What you think is going to happen to that mind when that mind ain't moving? The mind got to be manicured like the grass in the summer. It has to be. That's why he said dementia, that's why she got dementia. Because she was out here performing and nobody was actually helping out. Now everybody wants too fucking late. When she was falling on the stage and having them overdoses and telling y'all, yeah, I'm single, living in Manhattan by myself. And I said, and I'm living in Manhattan with the apartment and I'm doing well and I don't need it. I'm living a single life. That's when she was spiraling. So y'all looking at this show as the issue. It's too late. I was looking at that. I said, oh, she's spiraling because she living for her fans. Her fans can't do shit for her. All you doing is being entertained. Y'all love being entertained, but check out your entertainment. You being entertained and she's fucking suffering with a goddamn mental damn disorder. Cause she got to keep y'all happy. Because if she takes them back, everybody gonna drag her. She been better off taking them back. That's her fucking life. Well, that's what she gets. She talk about it, everybody. Well, goddamn, she done got rid of that nigga for y'all. Y'all still ain't happy, so what's the point of living for everybody? She should have lived for herself. If she loved it, they should have worked that out. Niggas will forget about it. Oh, yeah, well, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Yeah, but niggas forgot about that. They stayed together. She ain't gonna let no little bitch sucking his dick stop them family. Fuck him. And he was the president. Wendy Williams was living for y'all. I didn't have to watch this show for what? I seen bits and pieces. What I got to watch for? I knew that was going to happen. Because nobody was helping her when she needed it. Her mental spiraled and she hit the bottom and that's it. It crashed. It's over. You got to know when that plane's about to fucking land, right? But you also got to know when that plane's going to crash. It gives you warnings. Turbulence. Malfunctions. Bird probably hit the fucking propellers. You gotta take heed to that. So when your mentals are spiraling is when you're angry. And you got everything in your life that you need, you still unhappy. No stimulation. All you're doing is you just a robot. You're a robot to your job, you're a robot to your fucking house, you're a robot to the bank. You die, you just a number. Do you know when you die, that's the first thing that pops up on that Social Security number? It's amazing how it works. When a person dies, they instantly, it don't hit the computer weeks from now. That shit hits it immediately. You didn't know that? If you pass away at 4:05, that shit updates like the Wikipedia. It's instant. Because they don't want nobody scamming. You understand? So just as quick as you could be gone, just as quick as you could be up. So you got to think of the mode of if a situation could be that detrimental that a mental disorder could lead you to death. Just imagine if you ain't getting your mind stimulated. When you hear that black man dragging you, talking shit, you can't feel bad about that. He can't satisfy his own woman. He does not know it. He doesn't know it. When he experiences, he will know. If he don't experience it, he ain't gonna know. It's a fact. When Wendy caught Kevin, that was the beginning of the end. Because I said she's gonna have to live for her crowd because her audience is gonna fucking drag her. And she should have let everybody drag. All she had to do is just keep giving your hot topics every day. Y'all would have forgot about it. She kept coming on stage showing the ring and all that bullshit. And then she got rid of him, executive producer. Why she do that? He ran this show. Y'all didn't know that? She couldn't do the Wendy show without him. He was the one in charge. He was executive producer. He was the man that made the rules. You can't take your left hand away with your right hand. Now you got one hand now. She shot herself in the foot to impress everybody else. Now everybody's like, oh, wow, this is just bad. We shouldn't make a show without that. We're putting out there. Why worry about it now? That's why they tell you the mind is a terrible thing to waste. It's a terrible thing. Megan said, Nate, do you feel women should have compassion for men? Yes. Have compassion for them because they're lost. They're lost. He don't know any better. I know millennials to old niggas. I said, he don't get it. I'm a man. Niggas, I don't know too many niggas on my level. I don't, so you know what I mean? I understand. I know why he complaining. He's fucked up. He gonna say, listen, it's not what he says, it's what he does. I don't look at what a nigga tells me. I look at what he do. Bitter, he ain't getting no love. Jerking off ain't gonna cut it. I stay to myself, I'd rather beat my meat. Yeah, that's pretty lonely. What's up, Miss Jefferson? Now we could take a little bit of questions. God damn, I appreciate y'all. God damn. Nick, do you salute to everybody? If I haven't been, cause I'm doing a different camera today, so kind of feeling myself. So you know what I'm saying? I'm using this different camera. From here, I just got to keep learning it. So it's a big deal today. So thank you. Nate, do you think Wendy could have found a better man than Kevin? No. That was the love of her life. It just, you know what I mean? Kevin was the love of her life. The problem is her situation for what she did for a living was publicized. And that was the problem. It was either Kevin or her audience. She chose her audience. That's what fucked her up. And and look what happened when she started spiraling. They killed the show, they replaced her. She lost the show. She got blacklisted because now she got a mental illness. Nobody ever gonna put no money behind her because she's a prune now. You're very welcome, Mega. Yeah. She should have stayed with him. And they should have worked that out. Now again, if they had got a divorce down the line, that was different. She did everything too quick. You can't do that. You've been with this man through thick and thin. He fucked up like a lot of niggas do. And they be like, oh, fuck that, nigga don't love me. No, it didn't mean that. What it meant was there's a human life involved. The woman got a baby. She got to show more strength than that. Woman is stronger than a man. She reacted like a man did. She tried to impress y'all and she fumbled. See, you got to think about it. If you're not married, you're not going to identify with this. There's a key phrase when you get married. Till death do you part, through thick and thin. Okay? That basically means No matter what y'all go through, you're supposed to stay together. You're dedicated to this woman for the rest of your life. Now, if you're doing it social media style, you're gonna try to impress your guest. You understand? Now, some women be like, well, I disagree. Well, they could disagree all they want. I'll tell you this much. You haven't walked in her shoes. They should have let her work that out. Because if we could do it all over, we would have rather have work it out. They would have had a better chance. Because once that woman starts, see, now you got to remember what the mentals does. It's not the TV show that fucked her up. It's the fact that she lost the love of her life for you guys. And now the last show out, what? What are they going to do? Make a reality show now with her looking bad like that? That's not going to be good. You're grown. You're adult. You got to think adults do different things. Adults make mistakes. Adults do things they just can't take back. What could he do? No matter what happens, he can't take it back. Yeah, the nigga was a piece of shit. But that's for them. That's none of their business. That's their business, not ours. She said he was getting money hungry and using the money for fun. No, they all do the same shit. Niggas do that with their wives. The average man out here that cheat on their wife or their girlfriend, they take the car, they go fuck their girlfriend, the side bitch in the car and use the money and use hotel. Everybody does it. Everybody does something fucked up. Everybody. Nobody's perfect. We all do some foul shit. You know, but again, that's their business. You know, it didn't do anything to my account. That's her business. Now they froze the account. It was bigger than Kevin now. Because all her damn whites that supported her first fucking froze her shit. See, we forgot about that part. See, what y'all don't understand in that documentary, Kevin wasn't even involved in it. What's the point of him? What's the point of having a documentary like that without not having him in there? I don't want to hear the son. I don't want to hear Wendy. Let's hear this nigga. If we doing that. Oh wow! Salute to Rick Rose. God damn, bro, I appreciate you. Oh, man, it's good seeing you, man. I was thinking about you, bro. I'm so glad you're here, man. Salute to you, brother. Thank God everything is going pretty good, man. It's just that, you know, being an adult is tough, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. You know, you have things to do, and, you know, especially when people in this zone, you know, especially this internet world, you say one thing and everybody want to dig you up. They want to dig up your dirty laundry, but, yo, that's just part of the game. Like, the most hated is going to survive. You know, it ain't about being the most loved no more. You want to be the most hated. See, that's the problem with y'all want to be loved. Fuck being loved, man. You want to be the most hated. Because that's what's big right now. Being the most hated is what it is. You look at Ice Spice. She hated from the majority of her fans. Beyonce just had this huge big, they told her she wouldn't be shit with this fucking, they did this already 30 years ago. They told her the same shit 30 years later. They told her she couldn't do it, and now what happened? She made history. You don't want to be loved. You don't want to be hated, but you understand what I'm saying? That's what we live in right now. The world we living in is the most hated. So you got to think about that. Like, Wendy's situation was none of our business. She should have been having her crowd, cause no, listen, handle your business. That's between you and him. Stop telling us your shit. Why do we know all this? And she's on the TV explaining it. Talk about, I ain't trying to change no diapers. I'm 55. Come on now. That was corny. She know what she dealing with. When you a rich woman like that, when you that filthy rich and you got a man like that and y'all niggas are rich together, nigga gonna dip and dab and do some shit. She was doing drugs. He was fucking behind her back. Wendy Williams was a junkie. A lot of niggas didn't know that. She been a junkie for the last 30 plus years. But nobody gonna look at her as the bad one. They gonna look at her as a victim. Same thing how they did with Bobby and Whitney. Yo, Bobby Brown was dirty for her. No. Whitney Houston put Bobby Brown on drugs. She spiraled him. It's just that she died. She was the junkie first. She was a model. She was a model first and a singer. I mean, we all know for Whitney to be real skinny, you know? I mean, but Bobby's gonna get the blame because he's a man. Now we in a society now, I couldn't even say that in a good light now because niggas gonna be like, yeah, see them black women to bring you down. No, it was just, you know, you gotta remember, if your wife is a junkie, what the fuck you gonna do? You either gonna join her or not. He wasn't doing drugs. He went around and fucked somebody and got in too deep and fucked around and got her pregnant. What are you gonna do? Kill the kid? Yeah, Whitney, listen, I know when Whitney's a limo driver. And I was told this story as a child. She was spiraling since. Listen, she wasn't with Bobby Brown when she died, but they still blamed Bobby. They said Bobby ruined her whole fucking life. That's just how it is. They're gonna take it that way. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's their business. Them niggas just both was on drugs, abusing it. Maybe she could have remained business partners with him. Yes, but her crowd would have dragged. They don't speak to him. He ain't shit. He don't love you. No, because you've been through that. Not you. Because you, you know what I mean? If a woman, it couldn't be me. Yeah, it probably was her. We all know a man ain't shit. We all know how a nigga is. What you gonna do? You can't stop. I don't give a fuck what you do. If a nigga get caught, he ain't gonna stop. Not him particularly, just a man. A man's a man. You understand? So what was that gonna do? Even if he stopped, are you gonna feel better about it? When can the average woman tell the love is authentic? When you have a connection. You could tell it's authentic when you and that person breathe the same air, literally. That's when you know. Somebody come to you and tell you, yeah, your husband been cheating, and say, listen, that's none of my business. Don't come here telling me no shit like that. You understand where I'm coming from? A lot of y'all don't understand that level of love. That's that 1970s love. Them women went through it with them niggas. They know the deal. You can't be the one to take everybody's information because they throwing dog shit on your damn husband or wife's name. You can't do that. Next thing you know, they'll be coming to you with everything they talking about. Every guy. Then when they got their shit, they don't want to tell you a fucking thing. When you see that love of Wendy, a lot of women started saying, fuck him. That was a bad look because what it showed other women to do was fuck him. Just forget all the marriage. Now, if they was dating for a few weeks and he did that, then that's different. But you can't do that when you married and got a child, man. You can't do that. It's a whole different thing. You can't just do that. What you think, she was going to go out here and get a better nigga? She couldn't get nobody because she didn't love nobody. And you think he would have used her? It's better your husband using your motherfucking money than the new nigga taking your shit. Shout out to Pink. I appreciate that. Goddamn. Melody said, how do you feel about women who know their man cheat but tells him to be smart and safe about it? I don't think you should never tell a man to be safe about it. I think that's OD, and I think you should just tell him, you know, be careful. You know what I mean? Don't let no shit come back to this fucking house. You're finished. That's all. He knows what it means. Because just remember, what he dishes out, he can't deal with. A man could cheat on his wife, but he can't deal with you fucking somebody else. So believe me when I tell you. You give that nigga one warning. Don't never get too deep. Don't sit there and say, be safe out there. Just say, don't tell him to be safe. Just tell him to be careful. You know, that's all. Just give him a be careful that I ain't no fool look. That's it. Because he don't know what you know. Never, ever, ever, ever tell that nigga too much. Just, you know, be careful, nigga. You don't want to get too deep into that. Because once again, listen, in life, you got to deal with losses. When you get married, that unfortunately, you don't know, your mate could get sick. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. You understand? So if you have the world keep telling you what and how to do things, you're gonna be living for them. And then when y'all fucked up in the game, yeah, I dropped him, girl. I'm done. What we doing tonight? Well, bitch, I'm with my husband now. I gotta call you later. We out here watching Netflix. I can't talk right now. Damn, bitch, you done got me broke up with this nigga. He ain't shit. I did it now. I thought we was gonna go hang out. Well, I got me a boyfriend now. I'm telling you. You gotta watch that shit. Watch that. You're adults, man. You can't think like that. Don't ever never make decisions when you're emotional. That's the worst thing you ever want to do. Never do that. Nothing comes good out of that. Ask all them niggas in prisons doing 25, 40 fucking years. A life. Ask them what they ain't. They ain't in for selling no drugs. It was an emotion. Killed the nigga, flipped, snapped. Can't do that. That's weak. When you snap, it's a mode of weakness. You got to be the bigger person. He wasn't. That's why when a man take a woman back, it's considered weak, because a woman runs that situation. You know what I mean? But when a woman takes a man back, that ain't necessarily weak. I mean, her husband back. It's not necessarily weak. It's her husband. She's stronger. She can handle things better than us. So don't analyze. If you analyze it, then you're going to take it personal because you're a woman. You're supposed to. We are men. We know the deal. If my sister come home, oh, my man cheated, he was with this bitch, I ain't going to be like, yeah, get rid of him. He don't love you. You're not supposed to do that. A man doesn't do that. If anything, he's supposed to work the situation out. He could even probably talk to the nigga, but he ain't gonna be like, fuck that nigga, don't worry about it, I'll be your husband. What are you gonna do, be your fucking husband? He's your brother? Now, if he's a piece of shit and, you know, it was what it is, then again, you still, regardless of what, you still gotta get into position. You don't wanna get caught up in that shit. It's called people's business. Stay out of it. That's why they tell you to mind your business. Mind your business. Because you start minding other people's, then when they shit go crazy and they be living for you. Because they should have mind theirs, but now they mind yours because they worried about how you thought about it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, look at Magic. Thank you. Look at Magic Johnson, that conversation with Cookie. Telling you got AIDS. In 1990, do you know what it would tell somebody you had AIDS that long ago? That clearly means you was either gay or having unprotected sex with a whole bunch of women. Who are we? Now that's why they're still together. That's true. That's true black love right there. That's true love. Now, so I disagree. I ain't love. A man went out. Yeah, that's bitter. That's all. That's this bitterness. You know what I mean? That's bitterness. Their love was that powerful that AIDS didn't stop it. That's amazing. I'm not a fan of Magic Johnson, but I'm a fan of that marriage because she stuck with him. And I bet you, I'll tell you that she stuck with him. He became a better man. That nigga's a billionaire. He been making moves. We ain't heard of a scandal since. Have we heard of a scandal since? I haven't. That nigga love his wife. When a man's with his wife that long, you don't want to get in the middle of that. See, Wendy Williams, y'all got in the middle of that shit. You leave that alone. Now again, they was married for 2-3 years. I can understand. God damn. There's two things she was addicted to in life: the love of Kevin and fucking drugs. So she spiraled and took the drugs. She couldn't be next to Kevin because y'all talk about her. Nobody encouraged her to stick it out. She had to do a show for y'all. And that's what she wrote. Salam says, question 8, do you believe you should tell your wife, girlfriend, everything up front? Shaq says you shouldn't because women could use it against you. No, you should never do that. I never do that. It's not in a woman's nature to hold that shit in. I wouldn't do that. What I would do is you tell her what she needs to know. You got a motherfucking woman pregnant, she needs to know. If you got an STD, she needs to know that. There's things that a woman needs to know because it's detrimental to her. So you got to use that accordingly. Oh, a man should be up front and tell us everything. But no, he cannot. That's bullshit. Y'all can't accept it. Case in point, all men want pussy, right? So why does a nigga gotta be up front to tell you? You know what the deal is when he approach you? At least if the nigga stimulates your mind, he could earn it. But like, you know what it is. So why the motherfucker gotta tell you, oh man should tell me he was this? 99.9% of the time, a man's fucking somebody else when he meets you. Just get that through your head. You know, you want to be known up front. No, I mean, what do you're the almanac? You can't know everything. Some niggas go out here and tell shit they shouldn't have told. You know, there's some things you should tell a person. You should tell a person if you have an STD. You know what I mean? Motherfucker's married. Well, he should have told me that. What shit? Have you been to his house? I've been with him for 4 years. I've never been to his place. Well, whose fault is that? He should have told me, no, you should have thought better. You made a bad decision, a bad choice. You know what I mean? Kevin had a girlfriend. Kevin got caught with a girlfriend. That's what happened. Kevin got caught. It's a big difference. Kevin got caught. That's what happened. He ain't no different. Listen, you know how many women out here was talking shit and their husbands is the same fucking way? They probably told her, yeah, I was fucked up what he did. This nigga probably got a fucking bitch on the side too. Don't listen to that. It's all bullshit. It's called taking the attention off of them. Damn, she ain't catch me. I came home last night. I just laid some pussy down. She talking about fucking Kevin and him. Good. She ain't talk about me. You welcome, Salam. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't never give a person your life story in a sense, yo, you know, I struggle with this, my father wasn't this, and then she tells you, throws it in your face. Now again, if this is your wife and you love her and y'all grown together, that's different, you know what I mean? But that's years and years and years of time. You can't just randomly be telling a woman your life story. It's just something that's not necessary. You can stimulate a person a lot more than by telling them your personal business. You shouldn't have to stimulate somebody by telling them your I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Am I telling y'all my personal, you know what I mean? Am I going into my depth of my shit? I talk about this, that, and the third, but it's still a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tisha. Tisha says, hey, Nate, I have a question. I caught my children's father sending nude pictures to a non-black woman and jerking in my bathroom. What advice can you give me? That's let me put you on this. Does he know you know? In other words, he's your children's father. So you guys together. That's number one. Now, this is your husband, then we deal with that answer a little different. The children's father, still major, but are you guys together? The reason why I'm asking that is this. The sad truth about a man, this is this type of shit that we do. Now, what he did is some shit that no man does? No, most niggas do that. He got caught doing it. He got caught. Whether it was the jerking off, whether it was talking to somebody online, whatever it was, it doesn't necessarily mean nothing against you, but he got caught. That's the problem. So now you got to deal with that. So what does it mean? It means now, first and foremost, again, are you living with this man? Are y'all together? Y'all in a relationship? Because if he's just your children's father and he was stressing shit you do, you know what I mean? You got to give me a little more than that. But what he did, okay, no, he didn't. He wasn't in my bathroom and I saw the pictures. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You need to let him know you're a nasty, dirty motherfucker. And I know how you are. You're a nasty piece of shit, nigga. You know what's so sad about you? I know every move you make. Just keep it there. Just keep it there, because I'm going to tell you something like that. Now you got to determine, being that he's not your husband, he is still your kid's father. So there's still a mode right now of he still got a responsibility. He still got to do what he got to do. There's a lot involved there. It's called, it gets deeper. When feelings are involved and kids is involved and marriage is involved, it's a whole different thing. He got caught. I can't say I never, why would he do that? What men would do? No, I'll be lying to you. He got caught. Now you got to determine, well, it could have been worse. He could have been doing that with a man. Imagine that. Now you know the nigga's a dirty piece of shit. So you got to treat him like that. You can't fuck him raw again. If you do, you can't fuck him unprotected. Can't suck his dick. There's certain shit you just can't do no more. You take his privileges away. You're a woman. You're stronger than that. Just remember, if you was doing that, he would have killed you. Well, pictures is bad. It's bad pictures. He probably was sending dick pics. You got to think of it like this. Changing him, changing the situation. Now, I don't know how old the kids are. Is he involved? I mean, there's two different variables. But if this man was in your house and did that, then that's another thing to deal with. But we have kids together. You understand? Don't make it right. It's wrong. Ain't nothing right. There's nothing what I'm saying is right. It's wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. There's no other way about that. It's wrong. But you got to think, you got to use your brain. There's a way to deal with that. See, when a nigga know that he fucked up, it's different. So you got to think about it. When a man gets caught, it's like a president getting impeached. That shit stain is there forever. It's never going to be the same. My man, I told you, that got caught out there, he worships the ground his wife work on. She worships it. But she still bring that shit up. So in a weird way, he's more cautious. He's more into her. He does more things. You understand where I'm coming from? Listen, you don't want your pride to be, this nigga was sending pictures, now he stops paying child support. You don't want to do that. You know, again, like I said, it ain't right. Hold on, were they good pictures? Damn, boo, he's a nasty, he's a nasty motherfucker. That's exactly what he is. He's a nasty motherfucker. You know, that's what we are. Hey, Nate, how does it feel as a man get caught, whether it's acting this loud or flirting online? It's the worst. See, knock on wood, knock on wood. Knock on wood. Let me knock on some wood here. The wood is over here, dude. Thank God I've never had that situation with my current. Never. Thank God. That's all I'm going to say. Like, so getting caught is the problem. Wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong. But when a woman catches you, that changes everything. It could get worse or it could get better. Period. You're a woman, you know what I mean? You'll get over it. But if you did that to him, trust me when I tell you, he wouldn't be able to handle that. He would not. And if he stayed with you, it'd be even worse. So you have the upper hand and don't even realize it. So to answer your question, you know, if it was me getting caught, then everything is downhill because now you got that shit stain on it for the rest of your life. You're never going to be right. The only thing my wife throws in my face now is when, you know, 10 years ago when I was doing a modeling thing with the models and doing all the photos with the cameras and shit and how I used to put them first before her. That's it. And it was one girl, actually, there was something I did wrong. I think I was trying to take this woman with me to do this photo shoot to go to a different country. And she went and fucking told her. She went and told her. Basically, somebody told her something, and then the woman was scared of my wife and went and admitted it. And when they try to play the game on me and call me up like, yeah, they wanted me to go with them to do this movie shit, whatever, in this different country, whatever, because she spoke the language. And I'm like, all right, so what? What? You know what I mean? So, and that's like the extreme of it. And even then, it was like, you know, if I'm gonna do dirt, because she was her worker, she was actually an employee. If I'm gonna do some dirt with somebody, I ain't gonna fuck with somebody that works with you, and which is true. So all she did was, let me tell you what y'all do when a man gets. This is the thing. He's either gonna stop or he gonna be careful about what he does. And if it's not worth it, he just ain't gonna fucking ruin it. You understand where I'm coming from? What this situation showed me was, just imagine if I was beating it. But me and Shorty she was my main model, and she happened to be working with my wife at the time, and that was inappropriate. I admit it, you know what I'm saying? And me and her had a nice little thing that we was doing together, and we was trying to do this thing, and I was trying to do it, and she was gonna come out with me and help me out, and I got caught. You know what I'm saying? So I think the embarrassing part with that was the shit coming out and nothing happened. And the good thing that came about it was nothing happened. So, you know, that's to answer your question. So, you know, at the end of it all, as a man, now this comes the real part. As a man, would I had turned it down if she had fucking got buck naked and told me to fuck the shit out of her? I probably wouldn't have. Because I'm a man. Again, it don't make it right. But in that situation, I was putting myself in that position. So now I don't do that, man. I don't even work with models and shit like that no more. So now that I got a daughter, now that shit's out the window. So, you know, there's just things that we know us, but then it's also a thing of, thank God I didn't do it, thank God I didn't push up on us, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Do you think women should stay after getting cheated on? Depends. Depends how long you've been with them. Depends if you got children. Depends if you married. How long y'all been married. How long y'all been together. Depends who he cheated with. What he cheated with. You know, all that shit matters. It all matters on what he did. He fucked a stripper because he got drunk that night. You know, but he could have fucked the stripper that one time and made her pregnant. It all depends. Those situations have to be determined when they're presented. Every situation is different. I seen men break up with women because they got caught in which made no sense. Men break up with women because that's corny. If a man got caught, that's whack. Only time a man is if he catches right now. If a man catches women cheating, that's different. And women like, that shouldn't be different. It is different. It's a big difference because, you know, you got to think about it. You don't want to be a female dog. We the dogs. Why would you don't want to do shit that we do. You're a cat. Men are dogs. So if a woman does dirt, she could clean that up. So how you got caught? When a woman gets caught, that's just dreadful. A woman gets caught cheating. You listen, you got the father that leaves the kids. The mother doesn't leave the kids. You know what I mean? The mother doesn't walk out on her children. So it's on the level of that. And when a woman cheats, that's why they say a woman wanted to get caught. Because how the fuck did you get caught? You understand? Like that's again, these are conversations that get people pissed off. But if a man left his wife for cheating, that's understandable. But I've seen women in many cases stay with a nigga that got caught cheating. It all depends. Now, I've seen situations where he was fucking his sister. Now the marriage is over. You know? I've seen situations where nigga was on some down low shit. You can't take a nigga back for that. Once he fucking a man and got caught with that, it's over. Ain't no fixing that. It all depends. Flirting, liking pics, social media, sliding in DMs with hearts, and typical man. We all do that. We all do that. Don't mean nothing gonna happen. Think about it. In most cases, it's the woman's rule. You know what I mean? What she says goes. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, right? What a woman determines is what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, if a man sliding DMs and being a dirty dog, that's in his nature. I don't care who your man is, who your husband is, he's a dirty fucking dog. He can't, see, he'll tell you something different. He won't tell me that. Ain't a fucking man that'll tell me that. There's not a man on this planet that will tell me anything, because no matter which way, I'm gonna demolish him. It's all about what he can handle. If a nigga was liking DMs versus fucking a girl in your bed, it's a big difference. Every nigga likes a picture. Every nigga does. Every man one way or another does something to that degree. It all depends on the level. There's levels to it. Black mom didn't tell to their sons. White dad told it to their sons. As a white man, you have to be productive. You are looked as a loser if you're just chilling. Yeah, well, different strokes, different folks. You got to think about it. Like, you know, I did a video on this earlier with white women, black women, foreign women. There's a difference when a black man's dealing with it, right? So you have to take every situation. Some situations is broad where it's just like, that's just not enough. Like you can't like cheating, right? You can't cut a person off and you don't have no proof. You know? You just may know shit is a little different, but you catch a motherfucker. I caught a woman in the bed with a nigga. Well, not in the bed, but on the couch. You know, I didn't catch them fucking, but I didn't cut her off for fucking a nigga. I cut her off because he shouldn't have been in the house. Even though it was her house, you know what I'm saying? But he shouldn't have been there. You know? I didn't cut her off for anything. I had to go by what I seen, and he shouldn't have been in the fucking house. Well, a lot of black mothers don't tell this to their sons because you got to remember, they don't know. Remember, a woman is still trying to figure out a man's anatomy. They know a little bit of it, but they still don't, you know what I mean? They don't know, because they're not women. They're women, they're not men. I've seen men who got caught mad because they caught their cousins and handled embarrassing, so they broke up with the woman. Yeah, that's... Don't listen to that. Listen, one thing I don't ever get involved with, motherfucker cheating, you got to be like, yo, you got to figure that one out. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever tell a motherfucker what to do because they could get back together and then you look like the hater. I don't ever get involved with people's shit. Yo, my man today, right? My man is a barber. He was having a problem with this dude because, long story short, he allegedly assaulted his father. His stepfather. So the dude I know was a brolic nigga on some old, yo, I'm coming to see you. I got to talk to you. So my man called me up like, yo, big bro's trying to come see me. He don't want to have a problem with the nigga. I know the nigga. So I'm like, he ain't going to do that. I said, you think you could call him up? I said, nah. I don't want to get involved like that. But that's not it. He probably just going to talk to you, bro, because he know that the nigga's a drinker. He know that the stepfather's this. He been working for you for years, but he ain't going to necessarily, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say he won't, but I'm not going to get myself involved. I know what a nigga live, he live around the corner from me. I could have knocked on his door like, yo, so-and-so. Nah, you don't get involved in that. It's none of my business. You understand? So that's why it changes. Hold on. Why would a black man know what a white dad knows? Well, you got to remember, white men raise their kids a lot different than we do. You know, but if it wasn't for white people, they're the ones that stopped ass whippings. White people don't discipline their kids like that the way a black family used to do when we were coming up. They just didn't. That's why their kids ran all over them. When a man follows a Latina woman in OnlyFans, but with a black woman, do you think that there's a type of way they tricking with them? Yes. He's a trick regardless. If he got OnlyFans, he's a trick. He don't think he is, you know what I mean? Niggas that buy pussy don't think they tricks. I know a nigga that tricks on women, but he doesn't necessarily go pay the prostitute. He pays more tricking. Once you paying money, you tricking. Tricking is when you putting out money for action. I don't care if she's sending pictures, pussy shots, don't matter. He fuck with OnlyFans. and follows that teen and woman, or whoever, it don't even matter. That's just online tricking. He's just doing it it's called virtual porn, basically, right? That's when Pornhub, that's when porn you had to pay years ago. Some niggas still do that. Anybody that, I never paid for a fucking porn site. I never in my life paid for a motherfucking OnlyFans, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Is my children's father going through a midlife crisis, Nate, because he has taken a lot of new pictures? Yep. That's exactly what that is. Once a nigga sending nude shots and he got a girl or a baby's mother, I mean, come on. That's just midlife crisis all the way. Who does that? Only niggas that going through a crisis. Niggas get midlife crisis when they buy cars, you know what I'm saying? Niggas could have a midlife crisis going to fucking Colombia. There's all levels of midlife crisis, but that is a midlife crisis. That's what he's going through. It'll pass. It will pass. You know what I'm saying? For better or for worse, it will pass. Trust me when I tell you. Just don't let them know that you're watching everything. Because all you're going to do is make it, just sit back. It'll come to you. It's going to come right up in your fucking hand. And believe me when I tell you, the most embarrassing thing is when it falls in the fucking hand, never let a nigga know you're watching every goddamn thing. Like I said, just be careful. Don't do no stupid shit. That's it. Just keep it simple. Because you warned them. You don't want to tell him you want to warn him, man. That's it. Because you ain't stressing it. You ain't don't look through his phone. Listen, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. I'm telling you right now. It'll come right up in your fucking damn hand. I promise you that. Shout out to God, the scientist. Is she looking at his body? What you talking about? No, she don't know, and we are not together either. Oh, she don't know. Okay. Well, it's different. Like I said, I mean, listen, I'll give you one example. When me and my wife out, we play this little game. I'll be like, yeah, it's your peoples. So if she see like a nice looking girl, she'll be like, oh, they're your peoples. You know, she'll make fun. Oh, yeah, if she sees some foreign motherfuckers, oh, there's your peoples over there. And we'll make jokes. But at the end of the day, she ain't no fucking fool. See, we playing them jokes, but the worst thing I could ever do right now is fuck with some non-black shit. Because you know one thing about me, if I stepped out on my wife, I ain't gonna fuck no black woman. I'm just not gonna do it. I won't. Because if I'm gonna deal with a hoe, I'm gonna deal with some outside the race shit. I ain't gonna deal with a black woman. It's, you know, sad but true. I just wouldn't do it. I ain't gonna put another black woman through what most niggas do. You know what I mean? I'd rather just deal with that shit with a white bitch. She likes the filth. Hypothetically, I'm just saying. I'm good, though. I'm good. Yeah, leave a like. Click them like buttons. No, he didn't know her. His sons told me I saw the pictures and I saw him in the phone. No, we are not. His son told me I saw the pictures and I saw him in the phone. That don't mean, listen, don't get caught up in the phone shit, because phone shit, this is the problem with phone shit. If somebody look through my phone right now, they're going to see nothing but women in there, but they may think somebody sent it to me. I'll be getting shit from the internet, clipping, reposting stuff. You can't go by that too much. Don't worry about the phone. Just worry, if it's meant for you to know, it will come to you. Don't look for it. Don't ever do that. Ever do it. Number one, you make them sharper. When you let a nigga just live, I'm telling you right now, it's only a matter. That's why I told you listen, if you stressing a man when he's going through a midlife crisis, you're going to catch him, right? Early, right? But you may not catch what you need to catch. But if you let a nigga go through his motherfucking midlife crisis and you let him live, boy, oh boy, it's going to come to you. And when it comes to you, he's going to be done. Because now he's at the level of embarrassment. Don't play no detective with no nigga. Never, ever do that. Never. Sharon's funny. Yeah. Pictures, it ain't enough, man. Anybody, listen. You could get a nigga in trouble and call him from a fake number and send him dirty pictures. You can't go by that. And he could deny it. Listen to me, if you have a phone and somebody texts your man a whole bunch of nerdy, nasty pictures, dirty pictures, and said, baby, I miss you, and he said, I don't know who the fuck that is, you got to take his word, because he may not really know. Because, again, it's on a phone. It's not enough. You know when it's enough is when you catch that motherfucker in your house and he's in the bed fucking somebody in your bed. If it ain't nothing like that, then don't, you know what I mean? It got to be extreme. Midlife crisis, how many men out of 100 go through that? The majority. All men go through that. Some go through it at 30, some go through it at 50, every man goes through a midlife crisis. You ever see niggas buying motorcycles, cars? That's a midlife crisis. Trying to look young, dye his hair, date a young woman on the internet, looking for pussy. I mean, it's so many different levels. Men are because you got to remember, there's only two different crises a man gonna go through, and that's manhood or midlife crisis, right? So manhood is when he's young, and so he's about to get pussy, and then that's short-lived, and then that shit fucking dies down, and then he wants to relive his youth to being the damn 17-year-old man again. So, once he gets older, he's gonna go through a midlife crisis. That's what a midlife crisis basically means, is that he's trying to relive his youth. You understand? What would you tell the daughter? What would you tell your daughter if her future husband was a good provider, cheated? That's a great question. It all depends. Because I'm a man, I understand it. It all depends on what he did. It all depends on what he did. Like, it all depends. For example, let's just say she caught the nigga cheating. He was seeing some girl, some Joe Jackson shit, and sending her money or whatever. If I'm here to see that, listen, bro, let me talk to this nigga. And I would have to kick it with him on some man-to-man shit. Because I've been there. We all cheated on our woman one time or another. Every nigga did it. And if he didn't do it, he thought about it. So if I say it depends on the situation. It depends how extreme it was. If he's fucking her best friend and they got a baby and she's pregnant, then that's different. I'm like, now you gotta leave that nigga. That's no fucking good. Now we got a problem. He's a piece of shit. He gonna be a piece of shit regardless because you hurt your daughter. But as a man, I gotta think first, like, well, I'm a man. You know what I mean? So we gonna cut him a little bit of slack. So that will be determined. You never could really answer that because there's just so many different variables, you understand? That's a great question, by the way. Nate, his son caught him and told me. His son caught him? Oh, my God. Well, that's not enough. The son came and told you that? Nah, I would chill out. You can't go by what a person told you all the time, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Listen, I had a situation happen with family and this one told this one this and this one. I said, they ain't tell me. You know? Until that husband could come to you, a baby's father, say, yo, I did it. That was me. I fucked up. That's different. If that nigga ain't admitting it and the son said he did it and you have some, you gotta let that shit slide. Because you know he gonna deny it. He gonna deny it. Yeah, you gotta watch getting involved in people's relationships. I lost a lot of friends like that. So now how I just do it now, I bring it here. I do the shit here. It's better here because, you know what I mean? It's like y'all will ask me certain questions you wouldn't ask somebody you know. So, you know, that's the best way. Yes, unfortunately, the same thing with women being curious of the opposite sex is human nature. Well, you got to remember, women don't necessarily go through a midlife crisis. They go through a life change. Their shit's a lot different. A man goes through a midlife crisis because of his testosterone. And that shit works with his mind and body. So, you know, it will hit him because he's going to have a peak in his life and he's going to have a low. So, You know, this nigga's in the gym. You want to see, go to the gym, you see midlife crisis all over the fucking place. All over the place. Because the thing is with men, they couldn't wait to be old when they were young, and then now they all young, they want to be old, they want to be young again. You know what I'm saying? So women and men is similar, but not the same. Like women and men age different. Women and men, it's just different. Because women, remember, their sexual desires increase and their needs increase as they get older. A man's does to a degree, but with multiple women, so it's just all fucked up. So many women should not lose their mind when guys cheat because they all gonna do it anyway, like to be said. Well, you don't want to encourage a nigga to cheat. That's never want to do that. It's just, you just got to think of it all depends on what he did. Some niggas cheat and be on porno sites. And some women, I've seen women flip out and cry and go crazy. I'm done with him. It all depends on what he's doing. Listen, let me just keep it real with you like this. There's a lot of things a nigga could be doing that he should be in the ground with a bullet in his head. So I don't even want to get in that. So don't worry about the minute shit that you as a woman could get over. The serious shit where there's no getting. I mean, a nigga can't go to jail for cheating on his wife. But a motherfucker sleep with an underage kid, he could do fucking a life in prison for that. So, you know what I mean? It all depends on what it is. You as a wife, you have to determine that. You know what I'm saying? Like, salute to JR. Stop it. God damn. You know, no woman should ever understand why a man does what he does, but she should be aware, because she's not going to understand. Because if you understand it, then you would be a man. You're never going to understand it. You're going to have a better gist of it, you know what I'm saying? But you're never going to really understand. You're not supposed to. So some people, yeah, because my father, he didn't cheat on my mother. And I'm like, well, if you believe that, your father did a good job. If your father gave you the impression that he has never looked at another woman, then your father did an amazing job. But it's going to be tough because, you know, there's some hard truth women want to know, and there's some truth I don't even know why y'all want to know it. There's some shit you should even see. There's some shit you got to turn the cheek, and some shit that's going to, listen, if it's meant for you to know, it's going to land in your fucking lap, and that's where you got to determine what you're going to do. There's just some shit that's going to land on your lap. You ain't even have to look for it. It comes out better that way, because then that way you could determine if this is a mode of y'all leaving each other. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to you, then that's the real deal. Yeah, it's a whole different level, man. That's why when people say, yeah, a daughter changes you, yeah, of course she's gonna change you. You know what I mean? If you're changing her. My daughter changed me because I had to change her. I look at a woman completely different now. The life changer is me changing her from an infant. That fucked me up. That part. Literally, that fucked me up. I'm never going to look at a woman the same right now because of her. Maybe if I never changed her, it would have been different, but in a good way, it fucked me up. I look at it different now. That's why I got nothing to lose now and everything to gain. That's why I share so much. In the classroom, we talk, we kick it, because I'm like, okay, got a better understanding of women. You know, that kicked me in my ass. It's so sad when women see losing their mind over this stuff. Well, it's not sad because women are nurturers. They're supposed to, you know what I mean? That, you know, it's not in a woman's nature to be supporting in any of this foolishness, but, you know, life is just not fair. You know, some of the things that we have in our mind, body, and hearts is just not fair. It's not fair when certain shit goes wrong. It's not fair when certain people do the things they do. It's not fair if you see a woman that has to be with a man and she got to have 10 niggas to satisfy. I don't know. It's just so many different things. It's just all about what's presented to you, what you can and cannot handle, because everybody's different. You know, I couldn't be with a woman that was like me. She has to be completely opposite. Because I wasn't shit. I couldn't be with another dog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then they call men lies. Well, he gotta lie. Of course he gonna lie. I mean, shit, a nigga ain't trying to lose his wife. So he gonna lie. He gonna try to do everything. He gonna do the same thing a lawyer would do when they know that you guilty. He gonna try to get you to fucking be innocent. That's just natural, but don't make it right. Yeah, it's you know, you don't, listen, to analyze a man's nature is only gonna get you angrier. Just understand his anatomy. That'll calm you down a little better, you know what I'm saying? But if you start to get into a man's nature, you're not gonna understand it because you're a woman. You understand this? You're not gonna understand it. You're not supposed to understand. How could you understand it if you're a woman? You know, men have great intentions when they're married. They have great intentions when he's in a relationship. He has great intentions when he's single, but there's that other fight. There's that secret fight that he deals with that he can't tell you about. No man could tell you that he wants some new pussy. He can't tell you that. And he may not tell me that either because he don't know me, but I know he needs it. So what's he gonna do? Some nigga may stick it out. Yeah, I remember a lot of, shout out to Garden Scientists, some dudes are very reckless and they really don't care about their health. Some dudes get reckless because niggas just lose it. You know, I got a good report from the doctor the other day and ate 3 donuts. I lost it. I haven't ate 3 donuts in years, but I had that good report and I felt so good about it. I treated him, I fucked them donuts up. Back to back. You know, I lost it. You know, so sometimes a nigga may get reckless. Now the nigga fuck girls without condom. I'm a condom guy. I'm not into fucking raw sex. That's just me though. Everybody's different. Some niggas like, yo, I gotta take the bag off for that. I'm like, nah, I fuck better with a condom anyway. Personally, you know, to be naked dick with just a random woman, I couldn't do that. But every man's different. Some niggas didn't have it in salon. They like, fuck it, I want to feel every bit of it. You know, you give me some lube and a non-lubricated condom, I'm in business. A lot of niggas don't know that secret. Non-lubricated. You got to give me a non-lubricated condom. You know, I ain't gonna say the brand. I don't want to endorse them, but good fucking brand. And you put that goddamn Astro Glide on there, goddamn, that shit is a beautiful thing. You use a lubricated condom with lube, then, you know, shit gets a little, you know what I mean? It could dry the condom out in a weird way. Isn't that strange? If he's not even coming at night, he'll probably, oh shit, shout out, hold on, who's that? Shout out to K-Love, what up? What up, K? Shout out to Red Hazel. I'm allergic to certain condoms, see? Some people are allergic to it. But then I just got one condom that just does the body good, you know, just in case I ain't got no lube, like, all right, this shit always gonna do it. The neighborhood store got it, you got them, let me get 3 of those. Let me get 3 of those, guys. I remember being into my girls because I try to stay faithful. It's hard to tell a woman you want something new. You can't tell a woman that. Only thing is she's supposed to know. Part of the wanting something new is part of a man's midlife crisis. The longer a nigga been with you, the more he gonna want something new. And even if he don't know it, you know it. He may be in denial as a motherfucker. He may be, oh, I ain't got no time for this shit. I'm working, I'm doing. Yeah, he needs it. Now again, there's nothing right about it. I'm just saying, this is the sad craving that he has. Now, does this always get manifested and get done? No, sometimes it don't. Sometimes niggas just fight it. But he thought about it. Some niggas act on it. I get it, men are men, but how many white men need new pussy have to get in with a black woman? White men are different because white men are different because this is the problem with white men. The pro is, if he's with a black woman, in most cases, he ain't gonna cheat with a white woman. Because they're submissive to black women more. Their submission lies with her to the woman. The problem is with a white man, he may fuck another sister. That's the problem. That's the only downfall. Because he may not go back to a white woman, but he'll definitely go to another black one. Again, he's submissive to a black woman. So if the black woman's pushing up hard enough, she could, you know what I mean? That's the part you got to watch with him. That's his con. He's still a man. Another thing about white man, you know, white man fuck with a lot of niggas. A lot of them niggas be gay. So that's another problem. A lot of white married men be gay a lot. So, you know, there's always cons about it. That's the downfall about being with that white man. He's a freak. I was just able to say that women can tell if they're just being honest with themselves. Right, so listen, if you know a man's mood swings, your man's moody, he ain't doing certain shit, he's kind of letting himself go, that means he's probably comfortable with you and the nigga lost his mojo. So now you have the ability to bring that back for him, or what's he gonna do? Maybe he need to take a trip somewhere. Maybe he need to go hang out with his friends for the week. You know? You know, he's got to do something because he's spiraling. And when a nigga spiral, your marriage will spiral. You understand? So whatever it may be, just be aware of the actions. You know what I'm saying? White man like nude too, except he a sex addict. Right, well, you got to remember, white men are sneaky because they're white. You know? It's just the difference is he's scared of black women. Only difference with a white man, he's scared the fuck out of a black woman. So if he gonna fuck somebody else, it'd be another black woman because she could protect him. Tamar Braxton's man is all about black women and hanging around niggas. Yeah. Tamar attracts, I think the only man that Tamar actually had that was decent to me was that fat nigga. He was the only one really riding with her. They why do shitholes dominate these cracks the way they want to dominate women? These crackers are, that's a good question. But you got to remember, again, white woman, when a black man deals with a white woman, he want to get his shit off. He ain't trying to make love to her. You understand? So his mission is for her to please him. So if he weak, he gonna fall in love with her, or if he not gonna get weak. Either way, she gonna please him because that's what she's supposed to do because she's nasty. If you stepping out on your black woman, you got a white girl. We all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't too many motherfuckers dominating no white chick on the side. These days, niggas. This is the problem now. Ain't too many times niggas be doing their thing and they got 3 white bitches on the side. That nigga, he gonna protect his home if that's what he's doing. These niggas is leaving their wife now. That's a problem. A lot of niggas is leaving their wives and leaving their girlfriends for side pieces, especially a white bitch. First thing that white woman gonna do, she gonna give that nigga some crazy neck. Even with them thin ass lips. Even if the neck is whack, it's what she's white. That's what he's open over. He can't believe a white girl's doing this. He'll fall in love with that. Yeah, white men are some nasty motherfuckers. That's the only problem with them. You know, you be in a date with him, he probably gonna want you, spank him and spit on him, and he likes that rough black woman to, be submissive or fuck me, you piece of shit. He likes all that. He's just scared to cheat on you. I'm telling you. Hold on. The worst is the type of man who watches porn every day. They will catch anything black, white. That's a problem because that's a porn addiction. Porn addiction is not good for a man's libido at all. The best way to masturbate a man could masturbate every day, but he can't masturbate the porn. That's a problem. It's better just to, because you got to remember, he has to stimulate his mind. So the best thing for him to stimulate his mind is to think about it, fantasize it, and then jerk off. Then that's good. That's healthy. But if he's doing it for porn, that's bad. Shasai says, so how would men feel if women give the passes to cheat? I think they would start being suspicious. Yep, they would. No man gonna trust that because he gonna think you fucking somebody else. And he not gonna go for that. I don't care how many, listen, let me tell you something about that, especially a black man. White man's different, especially a black man. Black men are very territorial of their women. He could fuck 1,000,000 women. He don't want his woman fucking one man. One man in that fucking relationship is over. I promise you that. I don't give, if he weak. No, he ain't weak. He could be a real fucking man. He ain't going for that. He's just not going to be accepting to that. Never. White man will be a little more accepting to that. He rather you had told him the truth. Because he's used to it, because he knows his white woman, when he can't fuck her, he going to get another black man to finish it anyway and watch it and video it and videotape it. You don't see a black man getting a white man to fuck his wife and videotaping his black wife. You just won't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever see that. A black man getting a white man to fuck his wife and watch. No, they're a little more open as shit. So anytime you give a nigga the pass to cheat, never do that, because it's gonna just make you look worse. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? The best way to you want to give a motherfucking man a pass to cheat, just say to yourself, there's a chance that this nigga gonna be fucking another bitch. That's all. That's all you gotta say to yourself. That's the only pass you need. Never tell him that. Beware, you know what I mean? You gotta be careful. You start realizing he doing something, tell a nigga to wear a condom. You know, be careful. Just don't do certain things. If you start thinking he's suspicious, don't suck his dick. That's the worst way to do it. God forbid that nigga fucked a girl the previous night that had herpes, you finished. You are done. That's why I keep telling you, sucking dicks for the side bitch, not for the main girl. What do you think about feminine men? No, not gay though. Feminine niggas? I mean, you know what it is with feminine men? You got niggas out here that got wives and they're metrosexuals and all the above, but my boy Peter is like a feminine ass nigga. He's white and his wife's Dominican, but them niggas get moody too. You know, he going through it now, blaming the economy, and he's a Trump supporter and the economy's bad. Yeah, but he's been with this wife for 14 years and that's all he's been with. That's all that is. Now he's getting older. You know, but, you know, a non-gay feminine nigga, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just femininity. You know, at least that's, I think I answered your question with that. When we was together, he was taking my children to his ex-girlfriends and telling her everything. That's why we're not together. See, that's another problem niggas got, man. You can't tell that woman, never tell a woman on the side about your motherfucking wife. That shit is, niggas just open up too much, man. Damn, sex is powerful. Yeah, sex is very powerful. For a man. You gotta remember, man, men, when a man's younger, anything could keep him quiet. It's when he gets older. That's the struggle. He'll fuck anything when he's young, but now he's older. He got choices. Like he has certain things. A certain woman got to turn him on. He got to have this. He got to have that. That's why niggas watch so much porn, because there's so many different. A nigga be watching porn for hours trying to get the right one. And that's a problem, because now he creates his mind now to only, when he's in public, he only could see that type of woman. But if he could just fantasize about something that he didn't see in the porn, that's actually more healthier. Miss Ain't Nowhere says, I was with my first black man for a while for a white liver. I was the first black man for a white liver boy. Did have stories. After I left her, she said she will only date black men now. Addicted to our skin It's different. Yeah, see, one thing about me, I never fucking with a woman. If I fuck with a white girl, I don't fuck with a white woman that dealt with a black man. I gotta be her first. Cause I'd rather be her first because she's gonna end up being, she's already got the white liver, so she's gonna go ham after that. You understand? Because once she experiences a black man, she gonna fuck nothing but black men. I gotta be the first. Ain't no reason dealing with a white woman to deal with black men unless you're in the adult industry. You know what I mean? What's the point? Might as well just be with her sister. You know what I'm saying? For that matter. But so you was the first black man for a white liver, and the boy, do I have stories. Yeah, well, you know what's funny too? See, this is the crazy thing with white liver women. It's kind of strange, but I don't know. In a weird way, I myself, you know what I mean? I'm not attracted. See, I have an issue with a white woman on this level. I never stayed in a white woman's house to the next day because I can't deal with that parched look and that smell in the morning. That was one of my issues. I can't deal with that. So like, even when I see them in adult film, they're the greatest. The greatest. But physically right in front of them, and it's different. So even through my experiences, I found out later that, yeah, it really wasn't. That's another topic. I won't get into that one day. I didn't know y'all gonna want to know that. I have a question, Nate. Shout out to Tisha. I am turning 40. People keep saying that I don't look my age. I have to be concerned with dating in the dating market. I'm turning 40, yet people keep saying I don't look my age, so I have to be concerned with this. Do I have to be concerned with this in the dating market? Well, it depends. If you look older than your age, or do you look younger? There's nothing wrong with that. Well, I mean, you got to think about it like this. What does 40 look like? Somebody tells you you look 30, then think about a person that's 25 and they tell them like, you know, I never like when people say what age you look. If you look good, you look good. I think the one thing you should understand in the dating market is keep your age personal. You know what I mean? Let people, if a person gonna date you on your looks, let them date you on their looks. You don't want a person to date you on your age. Cause then it's not authentic. Cause I'll give you an example. Let's just say a young man's gonna date a 50-year-old woman. She knows she's 50, then he gonna take advantage of her cause she's older. Or if a dude that's 60 years old, he dating a 30-year-old. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you grown. Like I think you should kind of keep your age a mystery in the dating market. Just look good. You know, people will be drawn to that shit even more. You know, never get into how old do you think I am. Just say, nah, I don't talk about my age. Let him know, oh, yo, you're embarrassed. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. So, as long as he don't know about it. But that's going to be a plus in the dating market. Just don't express your age too much. I'm not even 30 yet, and it's treacherous out here. It is treacherous because, again, who knows how to stimulate anybody? Motherfuckers don't know how to talk to nobody. People could barely say good morning. Niggas from New York be moving from New York to different states just because people don't say good morning. Nobody's mind's being stimulated because there's no love in the air. My children's father's 57 years old. I turned 40. 57 and you're 40? Yeah, well, that motherfucker's, he gonna be tough. 57 is no different than a 47. 30, same shit. Same shit. 57. Listen, let me tell you something. For you to have a different respect for a man, and I mean, again, I'm not saying he gonna be loyal either, but if he was 57 and you was fucking 25, then it'd be different. But 57 years old, same music, same shit. It ain't no fucking different. As a matter of fact, he's probably worse. Because he's just going to be doing this at 57, 67, 77. I'm telling you. It's, again, like if he had met you, the circumstances would be different, but he's with you with this behavior, the cat is out the bag. No, 57 is, I can't say it's young. You know, I ain't gonna say it's young. I can't say it's old, but 57 is 57 years old. I mean, you know, for a man, you know, that you would think that a man's 57, he'd be calm, but no, he's probably just as worse. Listen, you're over 30 years old, same shit. It's all the same shit. Everybody's fucking old. That's what I'm telling you. It's not about how old you are, it's how good you look. That's really the bottom line. How you look, how you take care of yourself. That shit will be determined. Because all that old age shows you 57 is not old for a man. It depends. 57 to me is old for a man. Depends on a man. If 57 years old and you one of these, you know, one of these porn stars knocking it down, then that's not old. But 57, it depends on how 57 shows what you have been doing for the last 20 years. I mean, whatever you're dealing with at 57 is going to show. Men hit the wall hard at 40. Nah, they start hitting the wall at 30. Black men hit it at 40. 40 is below young. Hold on, let's see what you just said. 40 and below is young. No, that's not young. Nope. Once you're 30, that's it. That young shit is dead. You gotta let the young be the young. You know what I mean? Young is young. 30 is not young. 40 is not young. Same shit. Don't be fooled by that. I'm gonna tell you, 30 is when I turned 30, that was my worst depression. You kidding me? 30? Young is young. Young is everything you got. You can't, 18, 19, 21 to drink, that's young. Once you start getting over that 25 shit, that's it. That's where you ain't getting no younger kicks in, 30, 40, 50, like now life really begins. It's not, listen, like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's just, you just got to embrace. Listen, if a person says, how old are you? And you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you old. Don't express a number. A number, you don't want to get into that number shit. Hey, Nate, do you ever listen to Princella? She had a good live about dudes hitting the wall. She did? Well, I'm glad to even hear that somebody even talk about that. I can't listen to nobody because then I'm too impressionable. So I can't listen to nobody because I don't want it to be something that I say that they said and use it. I learned that because I do it and I hear people that use my shit. Dudes hit the wall. I mean, listen, hitting the wall could be a midlife crisis. Hitting the wall could be turning 30. It's just different. It's not a bad thing. You can't. 40 or 60 is middle age. Nah, 40 is not middle age. 50 is middle age. 50 is middle age. Like what I'm just saying is, if you listen to music, right, and you listen to hip hop, a 57-year-old gonna know the same music that a 30-year-old's gonna know. It's the same shit. You're gonna realize how that shit's just a number. What separates it is the older you get, the harder it's harder to maintain. That's all. That's the only difference, but it's just the same shit. Your 40's not young. That's not true. It's not young. People want it to be young because they have insecurity of it. It's not young. I'm not even 40. I'm just saying it's not young. 40 is old. You know what I mean? And that's great. You have to, and listen, you don't embrace the number, embrace being old. It's beautiful. It's not 40 years young. It's always going to be old. If I don't care, you know what I mean? It's always, nobody says 40 years young. It's 40 years old. It's for a reason. And God forbid you do a crime at 40, they're going to remind you and tell you, hey, you're not an adolescent. Adolescent is young. Now, you could be younger than somebody. You know, the person's 40, you're 50. Yeah, that person's younger, but you're not young. There's nothing young about 30 and 40. You could be a grandparent. She was told that, yeah. You could be a grandparent at 30 years old. Biologically, that is a fact. I know it. I know a woman that became a grandparent, a twin in my hood. She became a grandparent at 30. If you're taking care of yourself at 40 and great age of both men and women, 40-year-old bitches are still fine. I'm 53. Yeah, ain't no difference with a 40 and 53-year-old. I know some 40-year-old women that don't take care of themselves, and I know some 40-year-old women that will destroy the average 53-year-old. You know what I mean? It's all the same gang. It's the same shit. Ain't really no difference. That's an age. Listen, when you are 13 and a person's 18, that's different. But you catch up. You catch up at that age, man. You know, that's why you don't use That's why I tell y'all, keep the age a mystery. Embrace old. You know, let the youth have young. You know what I mean? The youth, they wasted it, but let them have it. She said, I'm old now. Yeah, I mean, I'm old. If somebody say how old I'm like, nigga, I'm old. That's it. That's the answer. That's what you want to. I'm old. Goddamn, I'm old, nigga. Fuck that. Yo, I'm proud. I'm this age. I'm mad. I look great for no. That's all showing insecurity. Never do that. Every time I hear people do that shit, I'm like, why they cooning for? We know you old. You understand? You can't just walk to, no 30, 40, 50-year-old going to be able to walk through a high school and blend in with the kids. It just ain't happening. It's the same shit. It's just all about how you take care of yourself. No. Don't get into the life expectancy conversations. Those are depressing. I don't do those. No life expectancy conversations, no. I agree, 50 is the new middle age. Yeah, 50 is middle age. If you're a baby boomer, you old. If you Generation X, you old. If you're a millennial, you old. You know, if you were a millennial 20 years ago, then it was different. You know what I'm saying? When you pull his meat out, you start playing with yourself as well. You know what to do. The problem is you're over there, why he didn't look through the door. Ask yourself that he wanted to get caught. Nah, he didn't want to get caught. Some niggas just don't lock the door. Forgets. No man wants to be like, I'm gonna jerk off and get caught. Nobody does that. And he just slipped. It's called reckless. You know? Women 53 to 50 start taking unfavorable changes. Man, trust. Oh, come on, Jay. Listen to me. Listen to me, Jay. I don't know if you're a man or woman. Listen to me. If you're speaking in terms of menopause, right? You got women having babies in their 70s, okay? I know people that suffer menopause at 30, woman. So it all depends on the individual. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Don't believe that. I know a woman that had to change her lives at 30 years old. You just don't know. You just don't know. I know a woman that they said it because she never have kids and have babies. You just don't know. Embrace old. Don't embrace the age. The age is you're only that age for 12 months. You know, every 12 months that number changes. That's why it's bullshit. Don't get caught up in that. You know, you're old. You know, you're gonna go through certain things every 10 years. I mean, yes, millennials are old now because they're no longer with. Millennials were young in '98. Yes, they were young. How long are you gonna be young for? You guys were young in 1998. It's 2024. So say it. You niggas was listening to DMX. Yes, you don't want to listen. Age is a distraction. Don't get caught up in that. It's just a number. Don't get caught up in that shit. 30, 40, 50, 60, same shit. Listen, I moved a man the other day, 90 years old. I got a guy that works with me that's 71. We went into this guy's house. The lady told me, before I got there, yeah, her husband's 90. I get to the house, I said, am I at the right house? That's the guys in front of the door. He said, yeah. I'm like, you're the 90-year-old man? And I'm like, yo, this dude, you couldn't, again, it's just a number. If you had seen this man, you would have thought this dude was younger. Maybe he would have thought you're 60, you're 70. You know what I mean? The guy was 90 years old, and this dude was in excellent shape. He was in better shape than the guy working with me. I'm telling you. That's all individual. Don't get caught up with that number shit. I'm telling you. That's why so many people, when you get caught up with that number shit, it'll make you older. Be careful with that. This homeboy missed with nothing but black women. Yeah. Listen, I'd rather have 5 non-black women on the side before I have 5 black women. I wouldn't even waste my time with that. Because all you're doing is just destroying it. You're making them worse. 98, I was 3, see? Right, see? She said 98, she was 3. That's what I said, I'm telling you. It's different now. Listen, I hear people say that shit to me all the time. Yo, I'm 30 now, I'm still young. I'm like, nigga, I will be determined that shit. You can't, when a person tells you they're young, they better be in high school. And I mean, and even then they better be young enough to do some shit that, you know what I mean? It's just questionable, man. I think, like I said, I've always embraced, I don't want to get old, I want to get older. So you embrace old so you're able to get older without looking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you getting older by the minute, right? Follow me? So when you embrace the fact that you old, seriously, hear what I'm saying. It puts you in a position now of, number one, you've embraced it. You're not living a lie. You're not telling yourself, I'm still young. No, don't. When you lie to yourself like that, then somebody's going to give you a reminder and it's going to hurt. But when you embrace it, people follow that now. They're like, wow, I want to be like this dude. Because now it's not about your age now. You see with that 90-year-old man, I thought when I got there I was going to see a man that couldn't hear in a wheelchair. And look, see, you judge it by the number. Now, if she never told me nothing about how old he was, I would never even question. I would have just said he was an old man. That's all. So it was inspiring, but it was also, I misjudged it because I thought I misjudged a 90-year-old. People are living longer now. 28 to 45-year-old pussy is the best prime time pussy. That's not true. How could you say that? That's not true at all. That's bullshit. That's not true, Jay. You talking crazy, my brother. You talking real crazy. And you on your own with that, Jay, because my moderators will get you out of here. That's not true. That's bullshit. You need to just make sure you on prime time, brother. That's it. Because that is a goddamn lie. 28 to 45. What kind of age range is that? Number one, yeah, that's wrong. Okay? That's bullshit. That's not true. The prime time for pussy, nigga, starts at nearly 50 years old. That's not true. I'm buffering. Am I buffering, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on, goddamn, I gotta see that. Hold on. No, that's not true. I'm telling you it's not. Number one, how old are you? You said you're 53? I think you said you were 53. So you're not even scratching the surface, bro. That's not true. That's not true at all. And now it gets into a point. Which woman you talk about? Black women? Like, we can't have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're 53 years old, you tell me you was fucking a 23-year-old, then you're talking about something different. That's not true. Prime time for you or prime time for a woman? That's not true. That's completely false. Yeah, shout out to K-Love. Yo, Jay, I'm warning you, Jay. My ladies here, they will have you join the block party. I'm telling you, we don't We don't do all that. That's talk that you would talk in the manosphere. We don't do that here. You know, and I'm not, you know, if you had said something, first of all, I don't even know how you would have made that even make sense, because that was completely off. You just eliminated a whole group. You just eliminated every woman in the early 20s. You eliminated every woman in her late adult teens, and you eliminated every woman after 45 years old. You would have been just better off saying a woman's prime time starts at 45. That's what you should have said. That's not true. That shit is corny. Yeah, thank you, Kia. Yeah, that's not true. I'm not gonna even get into that one because I don't want to get into a talk about pussy. You know, talking to that shit with no man. I'm here with ladies right now. If they got a question they want to know, then why don't you ask them? You should have asked them. See, that's the difference. See, that's the difference of what we telling about, brother. You should have asked the ladies. You know, Nate, could you ask them what is the prime time for a woman? Oh, you say he was saying a bunch of, well, block him. Fuck it. Just block him. Y'all, go ahead and block him. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's a man. I don't care. Go ahead. Dark Queen Juliana just said he was saying a bunch of stuff. Then block him. Fuck him. Don't be afraid. Just click the block button. He's talking like a child. That's 53-year-old man. You see what I'm saying? They all like that. Them old niggas are terrible. Horrible. Just block them. Don't be afraid. That's what you got to fuck it. Block them. All of y'all do it. Block them. It'll feel good. It'll feel real good. Just block his fucking ass. Fuck him. Just fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, brother, you come in here with juvenile shit. That's corny. That's whack. Yeah. Just like Caleb said, you about to join the block party. When y'all see foolish shit like that, and y'all don't think I see it, say, Nate, may I? Because y'all may see comments I may not see. Just block them. Fuck them. That's all. Yeah, shout out to YT. Yeah, fuck, that shit was corny. That was corny. He said something foolish a couple of times, but it just reminded me of one of them old school niggas. He probably had a pair of Adidas on, his hat turned to the side, a 40-ounce bottle. Yeah, player, that's why these bitches. Yeah, but that shit is way off, man. Like, y'all niggas be thinking y'all know about women, don't know shit. Again, you don't know how to satisfy a woman. How you gonna know about her? You don't know how to satisfy her. God damn. God damn. He probably gets no ass. You know what he probably, see, that's the thing with a lot. See, CJ, women don't like that. They don't, see, you thought you was coming in here as late at night, you could talk about pussy and everybody, we talk about dick, but nigga, we kicking and talking, we in classroom mode. You trying to come up in here and try to have an orgy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sharon. I'm telling you, fuck them. You gotta know, listen, just press the button and zap that nigga, that's all, fuck them. When you see, that's the same way y'all need to be in the street, just zap that nigga. You know, I'm out here by myself. I mean, you see I do these live streams dolo. How long I been talking for? God damn, how long I been talking? 2 hours and 42 fucking minutes. That's a blessing. You very welcome. Thank you. You very welcome, Kay. You got to do what y'all got to do. Reen say he probably, yeah, well, that's the thing. See, a woman don't like a thirsty ass, tasteless nigga. Just no type of pizzazz in that. I mean, if you're going to be that stupid to talk about that, just be quiet. You'd be better off just listening. You know? These are things that people want to learn. They want to ask a question. We got a nice conversation going. Nigga talk about, yeah, woman suck this and that. And nigga, nobody want to hear. I'm not interested in what a man likes. I got enough of what I like. I could care less about what a fucking man like. Yeah, nigga, yeah, this is my type. I'm like, nigga, wait, it's not about your type, it's what you attract. But back to the age situation, what I'm saying to you about age, try to embrace, when you embrace that you seasoned, you'll realize that your age is personal. You dig? When you embrace you seasoned, then your number is personal. I'm telling you, because the reality is this. That man right there was 53 years old, I believe he said, right? And that's something that an 18-year-old kid would have probably said. So what I'm seeing is you got an old nigga here that still doesn't even realize that he's old. And probably talking the same way he was doing at 30, 40, 50. Same shit. It's the same thing. Yeah, right. You should have just walked on eggshells. Too many ladies in here. And the men that's here are supreme men. You know what I mean? The men that are here, these ain't your average Joe niggas. These are men that fuck with me. And why? Because they're here. If they don't fuck with me, then it's just that simple. Like if they don't fuck with me, you either fuck with me or you don't, right? So Nate, my children's father don't take care of himself. He looks older than he is. He really is. Right. So now, what is old? He may look, see, this is what I'm saying. Let's say he's 40. I forgot what you said, but let's say he's 40. And you say, well, he don't look he don't take care of himself. He looks older. And I'm like, well, what about the person that's 50 years old that look good? You see what I'm saying? So when you start treating that shit as another, again, we don't need no more division. Like a person that's light-skinned think they better than a dark-skinned, and vice versa. This person that's tall think they better than the person that's short. This person is 63 years old, and this person's 50, and this one thing, it's just all bullshit. Don't get caught in that. Just be thankful of being alive and in good health. That, you know what I mean? And know that there's certain things that your doctor may tell you, well, be careful with this because this could work against you as you get older. Metabolism slows down. Okay, cool. But I'm not going to go out there categorizing, putting the age out and putting it on the front street for the next 12 months. And as soon as I get used to the shit, then I got to get used to another number? Nah. That's why I don't fucking get involved in that. Shout out to Lady J for putting that nigga out, guys. Felt good, didn't it? That shit felt good as a motherfucker, didn't it? God damn. So fellas, right now, don't work on your game. Don't believe it. It's not about your game. Just have a conversation. Work on talking. That's all you gotta do. Work on talking. And you know what? She'll let you know if you stimulating her or not. If she walks, you ain't stimulating. If she stays, you're stimulating her. Just be cool. Chill out. When you're on that dinner, what's your wants, what's your likes, what do you do, what's your, where you see yourself in 10 years? That's all corny. That shit is whack. Loosen up. Matter of fact, once you sit, instead of sitting in front of her face, sit by, go get a bench seat, go to a nice little diner. You ain't got to go to a fancy restaurant. Go to an official diner that serves some good ass food and kick it. You ain't got to worry about them niggas closing on your goddamn. Let me tell you why I love diners. You know why I love diners? Because diners don't close. There's this diner, right, up in Yonkers. I don't know anybody live in Yonkers, but right next to the raceway. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why diners is the vibe. You know why diners is the vibe? They got bench seats in there, and they serve alcohol. So if you want to get your grown shit on, you want to get a motherfucking coffee, that wait is your best friend. And they not pushing you out. As long as you buying, you can stay there for hours. I'm telling you, it's the best way. Ain't no better way than leaving a diner. Because a diner is endless. We in a diner, nigga. We can have breakfast. You want some dinner. You want some lunch. You want a tuna fish. You want eggs. You know what I mean? It's dope. And you chilling. Some of the places got the little music. You can play the little music and shit. I'm telling you. But that's definitely one of my favorite diners in the fucking world is that spot. That shit is awesome. Thank you very much, Mega. That's right. I always appreciate your wisdom. I appreciate you appreciating that. Shout out to Dark Queen. I call her Dark Queen. Dark Mass Steva. Salute to you. She a white woman. I'm calling her Dark Queen. Goddamn. Shout out to True Breeze. What's up? Salute to you, brother. Yeah, and if somebody tell you you don't reveal your age because you're ashamed of it, yeah, then tell them, I'm ashamed of it. That's all. Don't fall for that one. They can say whatever they want, man. Believe me, I'm intrigued by people not knowing age. I love not knowing. I don't ask for people age. I just don't. Listen, I dated a woman for nearly 10 years and didn't know her age until like the 8th year. And I just wanted to play with it. I loved that. I loved the feeling of that. And I found out one time because she had to go to Massachusetts. I had to go to her house and I had to get her ID and, you know what I mean? I found out. But Now you know what I mean? And now I know. But it was, I love the fact when I didn't know. It's just something that worked for me. Yeah, just diners, I'm telling you, diners, the cops be in there. You know what I mean? The shit's just, diners is where it's at. You could get dessert, you could get, I'm telling you, y'all give me a Hennessy on the ride. I'm telling you, diners. Because nobody's trying to impress nobody. You got get the bite to eat mode. You ain't got to impress her. You being you. I got to go to the bathroom. You could go outside, make a call. It's just, especially if it's 24. It got to be 24 hours though. I don't like no place that closes. I can't deal with that. Too much pressure. I'm looking at the clock. I ain't got to look at the clock when I'm in that fucking diner. Yeah, you sit by me in the joint, y'all chilling. This shit is just a dope ass vibe. And when y'all leave out that diner and walk to that car, it's cold outside, you vibing with somebody and that nigga stimulated you mentally, you gonna be like, damn, shit. So you going home now? You going home now, nigga? Shit. Well, call me when you get home. Damn, I had a ball. Oh my God, I gotta get up at work in a half an hour. Damn. We gotta do that again, right? I'm telling you, we gotta do that again. True Breeze, what up, player? Where you been, bro? Where you been, motherfucker? Where you been? I'm a nerd. Bookstores is dope. I love bookstores too. Only thing about it with a bookstore, you talking quiet. You can talk a little louder in the diner, but diners I just like, because even when people walk in, they ain't even killing your vibe. Like, it's just, you gotta give me, I can't be in a diner and a table, gotta be a booth. I need that booth. And we chilling, we working out, we like, yeah, what up? We chilling, and we just vibing. Like, highway is right there. Yonkers Raceway, man, that's my shit. Yonkers Avenue, right there. The food is ridiculous. They give you large portions. She gonna leave there with food. It ain't expensive, it's dope. And you chilling. And like I said, she get out to that car, it's freezing cold. She like, damn, nigga, I had a good time. Shit, yeah, let me get home now. You gonna be all right to drive? Yeah, I'll be all right, baby. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. You sure you could sleep on my couch? Nah, I'm good. Don't worry about that. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? You get home. Shit, I don't even know if I could drive home, nigga. Shit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, matter of fact, you go home, I'll follow you. But maybe you should drive. You gonna just drive me. Why don't you just drive me home? I'll leave my car. Nah, listen, I gotta get home. All right. Well, it's your loss. You could have came through if you wanted to hang out. I'm like, no, I gotta go to work. No, that's all right. I mean, we grown. We ain't gonna do nothing, right? No. Nah, don't worry about it. Well, I did have a great time. Then when you get home, she like, I still smell your cologne. I still smell. I had such a good. Yo, I just had a good, I really enjoyed myself. Shout out to Q, you hectic. Kiwi says, this one guy I was talking to for a long time was so talking about me getting vinegar douches and tightening things up before he comes through. I'm in my early 30s, he's still in his late 40s. Fuck you, though. You know what? How does a man have that much privilege? Why don't he tell that gay ass, why don't he tell that homosexual that? That's an insult. He gonna tell a woman, as much character as a pussy got, why don't you tell that goddamn gay man to put some vinegar down there? Get the fuck out of here. That's corny. See, that's what I'm saying. See, man, that's why they can't stimulate that. That's whack. Like, where's the stimulation in that? Where's the stimulation? Like he doing you a fucking favor. Is this nigga serious? Fucking clown. Salute to Philip. Goddamn salute to you. This is my guy right here. It's a good brother right here. See, I told you there's a lot of real niggas here. God damn, we going for 3 hours. This shit is crazy, yo. I'll tell you, hold on. Elasticity doesn't, listen to me. First and foremost, if a man tells you that, that's insulting. Just tell him, yo, this ain't the pussy for you. That's all. That's all you do. If a man tells you that, just say, listen, I appreciate that, but this ain't the pussy for you. That's all. He ain't getting this. That's all. Just don't give it to him. Don't give him shit. That is a disrespect. That is a disrespect. He basically telling your shit is loose. And even if it ain't, that's just like, why would you say something like that? That's corny. That's corny as hell. Yeah, it's like, nigga, you need to be worried about if you first of all, you ain't getting shit, number one. Okay, so I just want to let you know that your big fucking mouth fucked yourself up. So why don't you put some vinegar in your asshole and hang up the fucking phone on this goddamn That shit is corny as hell. That's very corny. I'm actually offended by that. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Yeah, Nate, what's up? I had a good time last night. Boy, I didn't get no sleep, but I am here at work on time. Got a bitch feeling good. Damn, nigga, you got a bitch feeling real good today. Why you ain't give me my kiss before you left? You ain't give me my kiss. I ain't know you wanted a kiss. I be kicking it, having a good old time. Nigga, you know what you was doing. Nigga, you know what you was doing. Nigga, stop it. Yeah, like, he never even been up in the pussy. That's corny as fuck. Like, what kind of women are you dealing with where you actually talking that reckless? Nigga, you never will see this pussy. That's number one. I think you need to go to Atlanta and tell one of them niggas to get in the bathtub with you with that fucking vinegar. Is you serious? God damn, nigga, I smell your cologne still, Nate. I still smell your cologne, nigga. Yeah. So you want to go to the diner again? How about tonight? Shit. We could probably do something. I mean, well, I can't get up there tonight. Matter of fact, maybe I can. You can? Well, shit, I gotta go to work, and I'm gonna call in tomorrow. I'm calling. I don't want to listen. I don't want. Matter of fact, I'm not coming up there tonight. You gotta work it fucking on. No. I got vacation days. Boy, I just had so much fun. You want to do something real fun? Let's go to Jamaica tonight. Is you serious? I can't do that, nigga. I got my kid. That's all right. We get a babysitter. Then you say your mother watches him? Yeah, I did forget that. I do got my passport. Shit. A bitch definitely could use a little vacation. I ain't lying, I got about 100 sick days. A bitch don't do nothing. So you know what? I could probably take you up on that offer. What time are we leaving? Well, did you call the kids' babysitter? Don't worry about it. My mother will take care. Don't you worry about them. God damn, we had such a good time. I ain't laughed like that in a long time. You made me feel fucking, you know what? You actually funny, Nate. I tell you. Now you on that Jamaica trip like, God damn, because niggas love taking a woman on a trip. You be like, I can't believe I done met this woman, you know what I mean? We out here in Jamaica enjoying ourselves. God damn, I can't believe I'm doing this. What I'm gonna tell my wife, God damn. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this click that we got 40 something. Y'all gotta click that damn like button. Click that like button. God damn. We almost gonna have. I mean, it's almost 3 hours. And my wife then bought me a big old goddamn burrito. I gotta take that shit and eat it at night. I'm starving like a motherfucker. I want to eat that shit when I get home. You better believe it. She got that big old shit, nigga. Why you ain't eat your goddamn food? Where was you at a diner again? You was at that goddamn diner, wasn't you? Yeah, okay, nigga. See, my wife's a slick ass. She just be like, and I'm like, God damn, she even know when I'm bullshitting her shit. You don't want to play with that. You don't want to play with a wife that know you. That's the worst. She knows me. She know I'm here right now. She's sleeping. She like, I know where that nigga at. I know where he at. I know if he on some bullshit, I know where he at the bullshit too. She got her little secret way she could tell. I don't even know the secret way. Ain't that some shit? That's when it's dangerous. When they know the secret way, you don't know it. That's why I told you to be quiet. Don't say a word. Just sit back and watch the rhythm. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 3 hours. Goddamn. Thank you, True. I appreciate that. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man, because I never was into more the, glamour life. And, you know what I'm saying? It's what you see is what you get, you know what I'm saying? And I know that we're living in a society now that's going through trauma with Derek Jackson and Kevin Samuels and Cynthia G and all these leaders that y'all had that, you know what I mean, that has perished, so to speak. But you got to remember, there's people that do what they do, and there's people that got to hustle, and they got to do what they do. They got to get on their Kendra G shit, and whatever works for them. But I can't speak for them per se, but I get it. And I get the trauma people may not have when they coming through, listen to Ask Nathaniel, but I've been doing this all my life. I've been like this all my life. Thank you, Sharon. Welcome, Sharon. God damn. You know what I'm saying? My mother always told, she says, you know what? Everybody is not like you. When you going to understand that? And only when she says that, it makes sense, because it's like, okay. So this is why I'm out here by myself. You know, YouTube, doing what I do, playing with my cameras, doing all this technical shit. But it's all worth it in the end, because, when you love what you do it. And you do it well, You got the love that loves you, and it is what it is. But you have to also know that there's something that's lacking out here, because we all need a hug. Good old hug feels good. What I would do to hug people that's no longer here right now. Oh, my God. Man. What I would do to hug people that's no longer here right now. You understand? So, if this is what Saturday night is, then it is. Now, what I'm going to do now, I ain't going to lie. My man got a little something going around the way. I'm just going to pull up there for a quick minute, you know what I'm saying, show my face, because I'm going to jump right back in the jump off and get home, because I got to eat that damn dinner. That's what they watch, you know what I'm saying? You left this food here, nigga, that's the second goddamn night, but it ain't going that far. But again, when you love what you do what you do. And, again, embrace old, don't embrace age. Don't embrace being loved. Don't try to be loved by everybody, because you're going to get disappointed. Embrace the hate. Fuck it. Niggas going to hate, let them do. You embrace that, then more love comes. But see, when you embrace the love, more hate comes. You know what I'm saying? It's psychology, simple psychology. Embrace it. And niggas is going to hate. Hey, listen, there's a little thing that we do on YouTube. They have hidden comments, and they put it in the archive purposely for you to view it. And the only niggas that's talking crazy is men. Men didn't even realize this channel was for men to listen to. When I first started Ask Nathaniel years ago, it was for men, right? So, but the woman were coming along, because that's how it goes. It's right. It's like reverse psychology. But the men now, instead of these niggas getting on board, they hate, and they making it a lot better. So Fuck him, you know what I'm saying? That's the reality you gotta have, you know? You gotta be able to, you know, can he engage in the conversation? No. I had a brother here tell me I had a gift. He said, brother, you got a gift. I didn't realize it was a gift. But now that he acknowledged it was a gift and that's the angels talking, I'm gonna say, God, thank you for this gift. Thank you for this studio. Thank you for these cameras. Thank you for the lighting. Well, I'm still working on the studio. I got to get this thing together with the cameras. So I'm tweaking, but I'm learning. But thank you for all this ability for me to be here. You know, this is a blessing. This is a blessing to be able to be here and be healthy and know that the way I was raised from great parents has paid off. You know, I feel like the richest man in the world. You know, I don't have to have a lot. You know, I don't need a lot. You know, that's why I have a lot because I don't need a lot. You understand? So just feel inspired. If you're not inspired, you shouldn't follow me. If you haven't laughed, you shouldn't follow me. If you're not inspired, if you haven't learned nothing, you shouldn't follow me. But why waste your time and just hate? Because the more you hate, I'm going to keep going. And this is for you, hate. That's why I've been here for 3 hours. Man, y'all should all be able to sleep good tonight. Rewind it, listen to it. If it's soothing to you, goddamn, this is our quiet storm. The year's gonna go well. Well, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Well, it always can be worse. And that's the same thing I told you with the cheating or the age with this. Things could always be worse. See, I always think about things being worse. I say, oh. It's like somebody tell I got bad news. You hear the bad news, you're like, okay. In most cases, I'm like, could have been worse because I was thinking of something else. And they're like, oh shit, what was you thinking? I'm like, you don't want to know. And then we keep it there. And that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. Fellas, keep your head up. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? I hate it gonna hate. He gonna do what he do. Let him keep fucking me. Let him keep failing. Fuck him. Black woman, you already know what you gotta do. Just listen to me, you be fine. Salute to my NBA city, man. Yeah, almost 1.5K. You know what's funny? Again, I remember my first subscriber was Red. Oh God, I forgot our shit. Oh damn. Red Lipstick Vibes. I started the channel because I had some complications with my last one. I lost the channel with 60K followers, and fast forward. Red Lipstick Vibes was the first sister. I will never forget that. She said, I just subscribed. That shit said 1 subscriber. God damn. One, right? 1 subscriber. And the good Lord, she says almost up to 1,500. That is amazing. 1. I remember my 1 subscriber. That was 2.5 months ago. God is good. You see what I mean? See, when you don't pay attention to the numbers, then you know what I mean? You'll pay attention to the heart. Forget the 2 months, forget the 1.5, but at the end of the day, y'all are here and we listening. I'm not even modernized yet. I could have did that 500 subscribers ago. I haven't even set it up. I haven't set up my super chat yet. But when it gets there, it'll be time. When it's time, it's time. But at the end of the day, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Good Lord, I appreciate you. Now, Kiwi, you tell that fucking shithole, tell him, nigga, do me a favor, nigga. You been to Atlanta before? Say, yeah, I've been there. Well, nigga, go back over there. You and your bottle of your vinegar, nigga. God damn. Shout out to NBA City, shout out to Dog, shout out to everybody, man. God damn. God damn. Salute to my barber, Sean. I appreciate you. He only cut my beard. I ain't like he got to do whatever. My hairdresser's like, God damn, nigga, you got to come here Wednesday, nigga, once and for all. Yes. Thank you, Melody. The quality. So I'm just working on this camera shit. As y'all can see now, my videos are not lagging because I'm in front of a damn real camera today. And this is a big deal for me because I set this up, so. I love y'all, man. Just keep it up. Keep doing what y'all do. God damn, I appreciate you. Oh, shout out to True Breeze, man. I don't know where you been, bro. I just want to say salute to you, man. And people coming back, we getting together, it is what it is. And again, if y'all see other men doing what I'm doing, that's good. That's a good thing. You need to copy, that's good. I like to see that. Cause that's a good thing. Cause I hope they're learning, you know what I mean? So if they're able to come out here and tell you things that they learned and they're using some shit that I said and doing whatever, even better. You know what I'm saying? But live, man, just live. Stop thinking about short lifespan. Stop thinking about life expectancy. That shit will make you depressed. Stop thinking of age. You know, you're turning this age and yo, I feel good about my age as I'm turning up. Nah, just turn up, period. Turn up. Don't wait for your birthday to turn up. You may not make it there. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but you know what I mean? Turn up every time you get a chance. Turn up on Friday, turn up on Wednesdays. Turn up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it, goddamn. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.